buttons ass.
And subscribe.
Let's do this. How is this? Let me see this one. Here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. After a much needed 2-week break, back again for the Thursday night live show, which is going to be running every 2 weeks from now on. Tonight's guest, YoKev. I can't wait to bring him on, but first, a couple quick announcements. First off, shout out to ETG, official show producer. The kid's amazing. I had such a busy day at work today that I ended up getting back here at 5:30, jumping in the shower, showed up like at 5:58 for a little quick camera check, and then he's got everything loaded up on here. The kid's going places. What else? Next week, Dice Coach Dials In actually will be episode 120. So next week we have 119. Ed and I recorded last night. Wanted to record a quick 40-minute convo. Turned out to be, like almost 3 hours. So it was really focused on craps. What was last night? We talked about odds behind, a lot of odds and regressing. So very good discussion. So all the people that don't like the fluff, it's going to be a lot of craps talk, pure free-based craps talk going forward. Also, shout out to Double Deuce, who sent me not one, but two things, two little Huggy Bears full of honey. So shout out Double Deuce. I think it deserves the I think that's what happens when you become a member of the an honorary member of Seattle's 12th man. So I'll take it since the Vikings don't win anything. But thanks, Double Deuce. I think I'm going to give one of these to ETG as a little perk for being the producer for the show. Okay, so Dice Coach Dials In. That's going to happen in 2 weeks. Need questions? This is the most popular episode every 10 episodes that we do. So because I missed Ocrampolo's question from last time, I think it was actually when Tony was on, let's just either email him or put him in. I'll put up a post on Patreon, and then you can comment on that post, because when they're coming in from all angles, sometimes I miss the stuff. Okay, I think that is it. And I'm going to bring our guest on. Let's bring him on right now. Oh, wait, hold on a second. YoKev, let me get rid of this. YoKev, dude. Let me give you a little introduction, okay? First of all, I love the hat. Couple things. You are representing Louisville, right? Louisville, Kentucky. And when I was talking to Ed, we were, again, discussing the finer points of pronouncing Louisville, which would be Louisville, right?
Almost perfect.
Thank you.
So,
Louisville.
if you'd like the tutorial on pronouncing the name of the city that begins with an L in Kentucky that isn't Lexington.
I like Lexington, though.
I love Lexington. That word, think of it as only 2 syllables, and it's very guttural. I'll demonstrate.
Oh, please.
Louisville.
I like that. That was strong. That was strong. Let me hear it again.
Yeah. Louisville.
That is a powerful stress on the first, right? That is powerful. I'm going to have you do that throughout the show. Okay.
Well, that was one of the things I had to learn how to say when I moved here.
Or where'd you move there from?
I'm born and raised Detroit, Michigan.
Oh my God, dude. You're a Michigander?
Yes, sir.
You know that's what, like, pretty much one of my main homes
Not
for
only
a
do
big part of my life.
I do realize that, and you and I, we've spent some time chatting, and there's so many things to explore uh, that maybe we won't do it on this platform, but uh, we also love Land Cruisers.
Oh my God, dude. We got to talk about the Land Cruisers for sure. I
Yeah.
have an update on mine,
Oh,
which
well,
is this
excellent.
ongoing saga. But let's get to that later,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Because there's a
Yep.
couple things. I want to give you the proper introduction, and then we can go into checking
Okay.
the chat, dude. So, first of all, YoKev, and need to clarify, was it YoKev with an exclamation point, or is it just YoKev? Because that was a bone of contention here. So we went with sans exclamation point. Let me play your
Right.
intro, okay? I'm going to play
Okay.
your intro right now.
Roll
The
the tape.
ETG
Roll
but
the
I'm going to
tape,
play the
ETG.
first one because we had planned on having Birdman and Milky joining us. So this is
Right.
the first one. He actually made two. So here's the first one. YoKev. That's the first one. Okay. Here is we got rid of Birdman and Milky. So now you have your own intro little thing. Here it is.
Whoa. Hey.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you
Now,
go.
I thought about this, anticipating seeing this for the first time. And my
So I
and
just
my
saw it for the first time.
and my initial thought was, and I probably should have offered some advice, is that's wonderful, but to be true, it would probably have to be a connecting flight from somewhere starting in Vegas and stopping in Charlotte or Detroit or Atlanta
Mhm.
before it got to Louisville. Because while I've lived in major cities throughout my life, living in a small city like Louisville
Mhm.
is you have to take connecting flights, which I despise.
Oh man, we
So
have another thing in common.
yeah, hate it. Hate it.
Yeah.
Won't I'm at a stage in my life I won't travel if I can't fly direct.
I'm at a stage where I don't even like to travel, and it's got to be first class if I do it. It's just
Let me
it's that's just how it's
have you
what it
had
is.
have you had the opportunity to fly uh what is the word? Private?
No, I've never. I've that option has always existed, but the problem was is I had to drive like 45 minutes to John Wayne Airport to catch one of those, and I'm like, screw that. That's when I was in LA. Now,
Yeah.
and I try not to. I don't like to travel anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just fuck that.
In my life I've been fortunate enough to fly private, and I will tell you, if you ever win the lottery or you decide to take care of yourself and you don't care about the cost, it is the most efficient, relaxing travel experience you ever have.
Yeah, that's. I would. I. Yep.
Yeah.
Story checks out. That
Yeah.
probably would be the
And and
case.
I- and I always liked asking these very wealthy people that I've encountered in my life who I've been fortunate enough to be aboard their private jets. And I said, "What is it about a private jet that you that drew you to that point that you felt you needed one?" He said, "You have to understand, time is everything. Time on this earth, time doing business, and time getting to places to do business is invaluable." So that's how they justify the cost is they will lose money or not make as much
Yeah.
money or not be as effective
Yeah.
if they're sitting, even if you're first class and all that other
I
stuff in an airport, it's out of your control. And that's what they don't like.
Yo, Kev,
Yeah.
remember when we did business with these? Right. Time was very different when these were hanging on the wall of your kitchen with your mom.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
with,
Absolutely.
with your mom listening to your
Yeah,
phone
yeah.
calls. The cord couldn't stretch long enough.
I do. We bought an extra long cord so you could go down the hall and sit on the steps going down to the basement and have your girlfriend conversations.
Oh man. YoKev, let's check out this chat, dude. Of course, I gotta do a few shout outs. We've got Parsons Bootlegger, Mad Hatter, Lazy Dog, Sweet Lou, Two Seam is here. Low Budget is here. X-Man, East Coast Craps, Proverbs 1633, Jamie, Kevin Hawthorne. Kevin, I don't know you, but I don't think you have I don't know your handle. If you do, Canine Comp. Now, let's see who else is here. Thanks for making it to the show tonight. T-Bone, Chow, the Crap Stock, OKC, Wisco's here. Roll to Win, at Roll to Win. Oh man, I think Ed changed his little logo to that. Yeah, I think he changed it. Who else we got? That's who we got. BRB is here. Dice Squirrel, Alfredo. Nice.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. And then BRB, YoKev, that's Dice Squirrel, BRB, YoKev looking good. Dude, you are looking good. I like that hat.
Well, let me just, if I may, I wear a lot of hats, have my whole life. When you're
literally
born and
or figuratively?
Yes, to both.
Okay.
But I grew up in a city of Detroit in the 60s and 70s when again, the population, African American population, was 60 to 70%, stating that because style was elevated in the African American male look.
Detroit probably was way cooler back then than the shithole that it turned into.
Yeah,
when I was there.
Yeah, it really was. But my point being, and my father wore fedoras.
Oh,
so my
man.
point was hats, and I mean, you have to go back to the 40s and 50s when every man wore a hat. But I just always loved the look of the hat. Now, this hat, I have certain rules about hats, and cowboy hats I will only buy from gas stations.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I just got this one at a Pilot gas station on I-71 on my way to Cincinnati the other day.
Okay, yeah. Well,
but when I reveal this,
oh my God, dude, that's you do wear many hats. You are a man of many hats. YoKev. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's good.
we will have more hat changes throughout the show tonight.
By all means, as many costume and hat changes as possible.
Yes. Yes.
I couldn't. That was great. That was like the big reveal. I wish I knew. I would have cued some music.
And may I take a moment to first of all reach out to anyone listening to this live, or maybe the next day as I do, because sometimes I can't stay up this late on a Thursday night. But I did have Arabic coffee about an hour ago at my kebab house.
Nice. Did they make it in? They can heat that in sand, right?
Yes.
Did they do that?
They did, and they brings it out.
That always confuses me how that happens.
I don't know how that goes, but it's like a 50-pound sledgehammer just going to your heart and head, and I am wired for sound.
Oh, nice, man! You're pumped for the show.
Pumped.
I'm stoked too because we took a break, so I caught a little like sort of breather, and so I'm very stoked about the show.
Right. So I want to take a moment to say, hey, you guys, buy the swag. It's cool, but more importantly, and by the way, my favorite, these dice right
nice,
here,
man. Nice.
Right here. This color combination to me is like money.
Oh, nice,
And
man.
I have five. I have 5 sets of these, and I have got 20 other sets of
I've got a
the
pair right
alternate.
here.
There you go. If you are
There,
carrying, yeah,
there's a code on Patreon for a discount. You should all be playing with sharp dice. And
yes,
I'm back ordered on the sanded green and red. Those are coming in. Those should
okay.
arrive shortly. Of course, I think everyone's seen the dagger dice, which are
Yes.
everything. Oh, so that whole box set, I actually showed Ed last night a picture of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Press release is coming out probably tomorrow. A link for, Hard Forever and Adrian people to buy it.
Right.
The first 100, and that there's only the dice. So interesting story about the dice, the dagger dice. When I initially ordered, I ordered 100 of them. Right. Well, what happened? Actually 150, but they ended up printing numbers 101 through 250. So I had them make the first 100. I don't know why, as a new guy in production. And so for some reason they started there. So there's only 250 of those dice that are ever going to be made, period. That's it. Never again. So I'm going to release the first 100 with the sort of the box set, and then the next 150 come out with just a sort of a different package. But yeah, those dice are great. I personally love the black dice, and I like the green sanded.
I love the black dice. I love them. And I still carry dice in my car, and I just like feeling them, touching them. Oh, here's a little epiphany I had. I was watching Mudslide Mac the other day.
Oh my God, dude, Mudslide just called me at 5:30.
He's one of my favorite people that I've yet to meet in person yet. But I consumed everything he's done on video, and he just posted this because he said that an Ed Robinson comment or video had reminded him about the Uri grip. And while he was demonstrating the Uri grip, I've had it wrong all this time. And I went back to my original notes, which we'll talk about this later. I carried this with me everywhere. It is about a 3-inch by 5-inch booklet with everything, every note I've ever taken about craps. Anyway,
that kind of stuff, I love that kind of stuff. By the way, you're not to be confused with Yuri, the famous Russian gymnast coach.
Correct, not to be, right. It's not. But I always thought it was a thumb and middle finger only on the edge of the die, but it's actually thumb and the and middle finger. So it is a 3-finger grip.
Yeah. YoKev, I have zero experience with the Yuri grip, although I swear to God, I do watch this Russian gymnastic thing at the gym because I like to mimic their training for how they train their core. It's really funny. I watch these Russian gymnasts and this coach. His name, I'm just going to say his name's Yuri. But
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Ed knows about the Yuri grip very well. I mean, he's talked about it.
Well, he promotes it because where he lives in the South, humidity is a huge factor. And what the Yuri grip does is remove or reduce the amount of skin that's touching the die.
Yes.
And I don't really suffer from that here. I mean, it gets humid and everything, but
this is the rare case where we want less skin.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Well, don't get me going on circumcision because I never understood that.
Let's cut that out. Okay. All right.
Right. Now, my last name, I was nicknamed Moyle because my last name is Moylan. And so my friends call me Moy, or they call me the Moyle. And I'm not Jewish, but they just love calling me Moyle.
Man, okay.
And so, a Moyle is the Jewish priest who does the bris, which is the circumcision. Yeah.
Yeah, they do it with their fucking teeth, too.
Yeah. And I asked the Moyle, I said, how much money do you make? He said, not much, but I get to keep the tips. Boom.
Yeah. He'd like to make a lot Moyle.
ATG, we need that laugh track queued up as quickly as can.
Yeah. So, YoKev, you are also the maker of these fine pocket squares. which
Yeah.
you
Yes.
sent over to us, and we all love them. That was really nice. I've got them right here. You've got a couple varieties, you
Yeah.
know.
So
So
yeah.
thank
So
you for
you're very
these.
welcome. You're very welcome. And again, I think about swag and I think about promotional, having been in the advertising world most of my career. Um, I just love, I almost went in the tchotchke business, the premiums,
Yeah,
logoed stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I considered it at a juncture in my career, and I didn't. But anyway, I think about what's practical, what's cost efficient, and what's usable. What would people use? And I
yeah,
think I sent it to you in my note. I said, I
yeah,
think it's the greatest piece of swag because look, a lot of guys may not wear this hat, right?
yeah.
I'm not
True.
going to carry a coffee mug and I keep talking about what
No.
you're taking to the casino
Right.
because when I wear this hat, I get more conversations. Hey,
Yeah.
man,
It's a
right?
starter. Yep.
Hey, I love those guys. Or, hey, what's that all about? I'm like,
Mm.
go check them out, right? But the handkerchief, first of all, every gentleman should carry a handkerchief. Actually,
every single gentleman. Yeah,
every,
I don't.
well,
Yeah.
every gentleman should actually
Uh-huh.
carry two.
Yeah,
Do you know
probably.
why?
Yeah. Yeah.
One
You
for
can
his
give.
use and
Yeah.
one for the lady who
That
may
is
need
being a
it.
true gentleman. That's a
You
true
pull out
gentleman right
you
there.
pull out a handkerchief next time you're trying to cut one out of the herd at a singles bar and just offer her a handkerchief. And
I'll
let me
remember that.
tell
I'm gonna bring that. I'll bring that to Excess or Encore Beach Club with me.
there you
I've
go.
got
Yeah.
it right here. Just
Here, let me
yeah.
let me get that bead of sweat over your right eyebrow with this
Over your right
Egyptian.
breast. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me get that boob sweat that you've got
Yeah.
going with this Egyptian cotton,
Yeah.
recently pressed and dry cleaned handkerchief.
Shout out Moonshine, YoKev, Yo 10 Ton.
Nice. All right.
Moonshine. Yep. And then,
Yeah.
oh man, X-Man. He actually says, yep, I use the CT handkerchief.
There we go.
That's nice yeah, X-Man. Oh my God. YoKev is on a roll. Dude, you are on a roll, man. So,
Okay. So
YoKev,
let me go back
let,
to the dice.
yeah,
So every time I throw the 2V, I always say, I wish they had, I mean, look at that.
yeah,
Both logos staring at me.
yeah,
And
right in your
again,
face.
this is no sad puppy videos. Buy these dice. You'll be
Hey,
cooler if you do.
and by the way, this was not, you're not a paid for sponsor.
I am
Oh, okay.
currently my attorneys and publicists have not come to an agreement with your organization. That is correct.
No,
This
but
is
hey,
this is
it does make a big difference practicing with real dice that you,
yes.
because I do find, I've been playing, obviously Paris Palms and Red Rock are where I'm playing lately, but I do find that the dice that they're using, you don't even think about. I don't even think about it. It's almost like I've done this a million times with my
Yep.
dice. So I feel like they're the
So
same size at all those casinos too. These.
let me ask you this. Are you I'm sure are you ever faced with brand new dice? So I go early in the morning. I tend to
Mm-hmm.
shoot in the morning. And I watch them many times bring
Mm,
it out of the wrapper or they'll
nice,
open the
man.
table.
Nice.
And I'd love to hear other people's opinions about that. Do they like I've had them stick, like just put the brakes on when they catch an edge, and it's not always a great result because my toss is designed to, as we all are, slightly hit the table and bounce up into the back wall. But they'll actually just dead stop sometimes if they catch both edges. So I'm just curious if anybody else finds that or determines it, like when you're grabbing the
Put it in
dice
the
and
chat.
yeah, yeah. Let's find out if anybody says yes. They're either wary of super sharp dice or they love super sharp dice.
See,
I'm just
I
curious.
don't think I get I think they're already broken in a little bit by the
That's
time
what.
I get there because I'm
Right.
getting there. The earliest is like 11 o'clock at night.
Right. Right.
So,
That's what I figured. Unless they open the table brand new, and you do get that sometimes, and they probably unwrap the dice. I don't know.
Lazy Dog, shout out. Man, private jet and cotton tissue. Thought I was cool with nice car and napkins. Yeah, sweet Lou, love new dice. And then
Okay.
Ed, love brand new dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no surprise. These guys like the new dice, man.
Yeah. Now here's a epiphany I had. I blue painter taped a spot on my practice rig
Yeah. Oh, okay.
because I wanted to visually see what 6 inches look like.
Oh man. Okay.
I know.
You're
That
like
was
teeing them up for me.
that was
I'm
a
like left and
softball.
right.
I mean,
This is like
you could
a
not only could
comedy
you
duo. Oh my God.
not only could
Just
you that
yeah.
softball pitch was going
Yeah,
so
I know.
slow.
I just didn't.
I mean,
I just watched it.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
watched
yeah,
it go through. I didn't
yeah.
even bother hitting it. Okay.
Well, when I was in college, I was invited to join and be in the porn industry, and they said you have
is this
yeah,
a joke?
yeah. They said you have to have a 13-inch penis, and
Oh,
I said
man.
I'm not cutting off 2 inches for anybody.
Man, I need the laugh track go all like queued up, ready on
cue
a
the
button,
laugh trap.
you know?
We just need
Yeah.
a snare. Just
Yeah, totally, man. Oh my God.
yeah.
Listen, casting TV. I haven't seen any pretty girls at a craps table in a good minute. Lots of cows and bats, man. Oh,
Whoa.
kidding. Moonshine. I'll take half worn dice every day and twice on Sundays. BRB. Better later in night. Where I play, they only have one set for the day, and later in the evening, the dice are not as sharp and slide to back wall. Jobless DGen. New dice take some breaking in before the good rolls come. Shout out Jobless DGen. We shot together with Bumpchan. Where the hell was it? Palms or Paris. I think it was Palms, and maybe Paris too. Yeah, it was, but he wasn't feeling good, so he left. Lip King. Sharp dice expose flaws in the toss. Best dice to use. Sweet Lou. That didn't come out right. Laugh my cow. You're killing me. The crap stock. ETG. Lazy Dog. All. Yep. I see you working the tissue. My God. And then comedy show. Need to pay admission. Yeah. Kev. So I knew this would be a fun show, though, man.
And
So-
I would love to talk about craps.
Yeah. No.
By
Listen,
the way,
so,
I had an epiphany today.
oh,
At
what
some
was it?
point, well, if you ever get married, I wanna host the roast of you
Oh.
as your bachelor party.
Okay, we can just host a roast without.
I think we
getting
should.
married.
I would love to. I would love to have the Diaz of all craps guys that know you, and we would do a roast of 10 Ton.
Oh
as
yeah,
number
listen.
one.
Let's bring it on, okay? And I don't have
Yeah.
to get married for it, okay? Because I don't
Okay,
think
that's true. That's true. And
Trey Sweet Rolls. What did I get into tonight? I don't even know what I got into, man. I really didn't know YoKev. I mean, YoKev, I really only talked to you. Pretty much our longest conversation was yesterday, and I'm like, listen, let's not even have this conversation. Let's have it tomorrow.
Yeah, I digress. I've just got 3 hours to work this room tonight, so I'm throwing out some comedy.
Hello from Joe and Jenny. Really enjoying the show. Thank you. I know they were just in Vegas. Sharp dice, Dice Squirrel. Sharp dice are harder to shoot low to me on a bouncy table. Firm tables less a concern, I think. Hard to shoot low. Yeah. I don't get a lot of experience again with the sharp dice because of that.
Yeah.
So
okay.
and then
Quick question to you.
Thankfully, Sweet Laura isn't watching.
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
If do you ever ask for different dice if one leaves the table, or always same dice?
Oh, it's always same dice for me.
And
Unless,
why?
You know, because that's like the remnants of the old superstition in me. I'm pretty, I do have some superstitions. You know, it's funny. Bump John and I were talking like about there's certain waitresses. Dude, this is really funny. I do like for stick changes and waitresses. So waitresses, so we were at Red Rock and I was down at the moment. I ended up leaving positive, but this waitress came by and she just had a knack of coming by. So out of the 4 times she came by, 3 were 7s right after she came by. and we were off on 2 of them. But the first one, it's like when she comes by, it's almost like, I swear to God, she says drinks so loud that it's like she might as well have crept up behind you, right? And been like drinks right in your ear. That's how loud it is versus the other waitress the next night. It was more like drinks. You know, you didn't have to like, when I hear a waitress, I see him coming, you know, because I'm stick right one. And when I hear him and I see him coming, I go like this. Like I try to hide from them. Yeah, and just like so that they won't even see me or talk to me or even say drinks in my ear and ask me. I literally go like this to try to like curl up and somehow become invisible.
So with that superstition that you're saying you have, will you turn bets off?
Yeah. I
You
will
do.
turn bets off. Yeah, it's just a weird. I mean, listen, it's not going to kill you. It really isn't going to kill you to turn your bets off. If you got one of your bets up super high, hopefully it's an even number. You can just hop a hard way on it or leave your hard ways working if you want to like split the difference between your superstition and reality. But it happened too much with that lady. And she was like, by the way, she was very attractive waitress. She had him out there but she was like, drinks, like literally in your ear, drinks. And it was, Bump John will know there's a difference. Some I think know. And then others are like, drinks. They're like,
yeah, they probably need to be schooled, right?
Yeah, she was doing that lap. Like it seemed like she was just doing the lap really quick. And unfortunately, maybe it gets in your head. Who knows? You can't, it doesn't hurt just to turn them off.
Agree.
But I'll tell you what. So the next night I'm at Red Rock and I'm shooting and I'm tearing it up. Okay. I told Ed about this. I was tearing it up. I was, the drink lady came by. Right. And this time, usually I don't, you know, I'm on stick right. So I see him coming and I can hear him. Right. So she came by and I heard her and I'm like, and I said, I'm not turning my bets off. I'm going to hit my fucking point. I'm going to hit this point. I'm going to hit this. And that point was a 9. I'm going to hit this 9. I'm going to hit this 9. I'm going to get over whatever it is that I'm thinking about. I'm going to go believe I'm going to hit this 9 positive. And she was a very, a meek drink lady. Drink. It wasn't anything like in your ear. But I was like, I'm going to battle my own weirdness right now. I'm leaving it on. I'm going to hit the point. And guess what? Hit the point. 5, 4, 9. And I was like, I don't know if it is, power of whatever you're thinking about. Who knows? Craps is a very, mystical game as far as a lot of the beliefs. Some say it doesn't matter. I don't know. I've seen it too much, especially with stick changes. A lot of times, YoKev, I'm like, no offense. I love you. I'm just going to turn some things off here. And I've got some things working. It's not like I'm totally out of play. And it is what it is,
No, I agree. When I'm the shooter, I don't even know. I think I learned it from Ed Robinson.
Shout out Ed Robinson.
Of staring at the felt, or he says he picks a spot.
Yeah.
And he just calmly, and I watched him live. I met him.
Dude is locked in. He is locked in. The dude's locked in.
It's like a surgeon watching him work. And I watched his emotion, whether he hits a hard 10 or 7's out, he doesn't change. And if you look at any great, I'm a big golfer. So those golfers all have that focus. They don't get rattled. And I don't know. Ed would have to give his opinion.
Listen,
but
we got a little brouhaha going in the chat. By the way, Chow says, damn, he was supposed to be in the March class with us. You were, but you weren't here because you almost cut your finger off. But hold on a second.
No, I did cut it off, but they sewed it back on.
Oh,
yes.
Good job. We should show that. Here, hold on a second. Sweet rolls. I'm glad that too. Someone said the ladies were cows at the table. I'm not a cow. I agree with you 1000%. Sweet rolls. Absolutely not. And then Sweet Rolls is never a cow. No way. Hell yeah. Neither is Sweet Lark. I can attest to both of that. G-Dub joining the party. G-Dub, nice. G-Dub left a comment on Patreon. He liked the last one. It was he rarely leaves the comments on there. I liked it, G-Dub. Yes, and Dice Squirrel, it is great to have ladies in the groups. I wish there were more ladies that played this game. It's so underrepresented. I wish more women played craps. It's good to have that energy. And by the way, YoKev, I love a crew that has a female floor person and female stick and dealers. It is awesome. I just stay at that table. I feel like that's just good vibes. There's a lot of good energy with that. And Proverb, yes, it's ladies. Welcome. Enjoy the camaraderie. All the ladies in Gargoyles GA group are attractive and shoot well. All right, Dice Squirrel. Moonshine Melvin, distractions happen. Might be a drunk kid at the end of the table. Could be the drink gal. Maybe an idiot that argues over $3. Got to learn to block all of it out. True, but sometimes, man, I think it's like you got to write it. There's a self-fulfilling prophecy in there, right, YoKev?
I agree with what you're saying. And I think, again, some people have either more superstition or better control or focus. And to your point, though, for all of us, regardless of your feelings, turn your bets off. It's not, what's it going to cost you, right? If it's an inkling, if it's something in your stomach, just go, hey, turn me off. Or, there's nothing wrong with it.
Dude, YoKev, I like the use of the word inkling. Inkling. Hey, listen, shout out to my nemesis in Green Bay, Craps Master Journey. He's going to be on the show at sometime. I think it's in August. Hondo, I've begged my wife to learn how to play No Luck. It would be great to have more females playing. T-Bone, PNW has 2 all-star ladies. Yeah, so I hear. Holly and Gina. I do. Yeah, their reputation precedes them, right?
Yeah. We don't have here where I shoot at Caesar Southern Indiana. There are a few women who are what I would call real craps players.
Oh, nice.
But I will say it was about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and these youngsters were helping their grandmother over to the table.
Oh, man, wheeling the oxygen tank. Let me get that for you.
This woman was amazing. She must have thrown 30 times. And the kids did all her betting for her because she was feeble. She was old. But she had enough energy to reach down and grab those dice, and she gripped them. At the time, I wasn't even watching Dice Influence at the time. I was just trying to figure out what craps was all about. But I was just amazed. And she had a little brown water there on the table, and she just chucked them. And when she was done, done, and they hauled away the chips and went to the cage.
Man, wheeled her away with the tank in tow, put the mask back on. She was, yeah. Okay, so did she set them, or was she just
again? This was pre me being aware of dice setting. Yeah, okay. I was a blackjack player, and at the time, the craps table was right next to the blackjack table. Yeah, and I would hear like everybody else. I'm like, what are these people? I mean, high-fiving and hugging and jumping up and down. It's like, what's going on? And so I just started to watch. Yeah.
I have an interesting thing about this. So I was just preparing to release the book in a couple days. Goes on sale, I think, on the 14th. I rewrote something. Sometimes I read something, then at the very end, I rewrote something. And it was, I thought about how craps is traditionally like a social game. But don't you think the learning of how to play it and sort of your education, it's a very solitary, almost lonely one. It's a very lonely journey to learn a game that is traditionally social.
Totally agree. Totally agree. And I don't know how anybody pre-internet or pre-social media developed a craps knowledge and game, right? We're fortunate.
You had to go to inside the cave walls. is where they usually found, the drawings.
Some guy chiseling the hieroglyphics of the
What is this?
2V set.
Is that's a set? Yeah, that's how they learned. They, a long time ago, just spotted in certain caves.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. So and it was at that table that they were very experienced crafts players, none of which are there anymore. It's so funny.
Yeah. Well, you had to go in the forums, and you had to go.
Oh,
That's kind of like a lot of when you were a big sports fan. Like I would follow the Vikings. So back in like 98, 2000, there were just like an internet forum page, and it was called like Viking Underground. And that's where you developed, besides their local Star Tribune or Pioneer Press. Oh, nice, dude. We have another hat change.
so this is Kevin in Kentuckiana to help remember that the Amish are proud people.
I was going to say that's for the Amish.
I drove to Amish country and went 30
Where is
miles into cornfields due north of here towards Indianapolis. And I have an Amish crush.
No, you do.
Yeah, she was hanging laundry like in slow motion in the breeze.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Okay.
But Jebediah ran me off on his mule.
Oh man,
so
man.
that was over.
Yeah.
But let me just set this aside for this.
Dude, listen,
Okay.
I love that this is
Okay.
I'm telling you, Mad Hatter is like Mad Hatter. You've got some stiff competition now. You officially have met your nemesis, Mad Hatter, in YoKev. What is a hat maker? A haberdasherist or a haberdasher?
Well, a haberdasher or a haberdashery is the location. So it's a men's clothing store.
What a strange name, right? For a
I love it.
Haberdasher.
Haberdasher. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Amish country. See, I would only see the Amish when I would drive from the East Coast from Michigan through Pennsylvania. That's when you see the Amish, with the walk in with the cart, it was always you're always so confused by the Amish, but I think they have something going.
Right.
So they make a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Birdman would probably know more than I would, but you have the Mennonites and the Amish. So the Mennonites are a little more progressive, right? They can have electricity and they can have a car.
Oh, okay.
But the
Amish are the old school.
That's correct. Yeah, man. And I deal with them in business.
Are they playing? Is the craps big? You think in the Amish communities? Did they gamble? No. Is gambling allowed? Maybe Friday nights in the barn or something.
I don't think they can. The reason they can't dance rock and roll is because it's simulating sex while standing up. So there's a lot of rules.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I would have fared well. Who knows? Okay, who knows? Right?
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's talk craps for a second.
No, I like it. I like that you've got an agenda that takes a little weight off my shoulders. He says, YoKev, my wife is from just south of Indy. We got to meet up someday there. That's, roll the win.
Yes. Yeah, let me make that public announcement. I've said this to you. At some point, if I can, I hope to have a man cave or another building. I live in a neighborhood, but it'll be a garage, but it'll have a space that will be just for craps and rescuing dogs. And by the way, if you start to hear bark, I am now in possession of 4 canines in my house, and they may alert us to suspicious burglars. Yes. They've been wrong 100% of the time, but they never cease to let me know that it's possibly a burglar out there. So
nice. Or Amish.
Or Amish.
Yeah. Or a Mennonite.
I want to reach out and please, if anyone is traveling through the area, which we were talking, on their way north or south, and you're going to pull over and spend a day or two, I'd love to shoot with anybody. I've been lucky enough to hook up with a few people and do meets. So please, Southern Caesars is okay. They've got 4 tables, 2 crapless, 2 craps. The tables themselves, 2 are a little bouncy for my taste. I like one in particular. And then they've got a 5th one in the high limit, which is too bouncy for me. I don't care for it.
No,
Yeah,
man,
but
I got to tell you, YoKev, I
yeah,
think I liked you in the Amish hat
yeah,
or
yeah.
the cowboy hat, but I hate the
Yeah,
lions.
yeah.
Okay. I like it, dude. I love this. I love this. Hey, going to the chat, T-Bone, my wife is loving the show. Good work, YoKev and 10 ton. Moonshine, my wife thinks we're all nerds. Your wife would be 1000% correct. Tell her she is absolutely correct. G-Dub bought several teams of horses from Mennonites back in the day. Hellacious horse trainers. Talk about the random comment, but it's very relevant on the Mennonites. I'm not
Yes.
even sure really what a Mennonite is. I just like saying the word. Purple people eaters from I'm telling you, Mad Hatter. He is a Mad Hatter likes the old, he's connoisseur of the hats.
Okay.
They should make Hondo a craps version of the movie Kingpin. Ezekiel
Oh,
hits the ATS. I don't know, but I do. I don't know if you've ever seen that Daredevil, where that TV show with Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Kingpin. That
right.
was he was awesome in that. He was awesome. That was actually a good series.
Vincent
Yeah,
was quite versatile in his
yeah,
career.
it was great, man. That guy's a
Yeah.
solid.
You remember him in Full Metal Jacket?
Yes, I do. That was
That was
his big breakout role. Yep,
that's
I
right.
do remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he was in that movie, which was really good. It had Jennifer Lopez, The Cell, with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Lopez. He played that I don't know what it was, that crazy character. That's a good movie.
Yeah. Okay.
The Cell. You can watch it. You know what? I
All
stayed
right.
up last night binge watching. I never saw this. I don't know why I did. Sometimes this happens. I'm sure we could all relate to this, where you just
Yep.
like, oh, and then all of a sudden it's 5 a.m. The Punisher. I don't know if you ever saw that series,
Is
but
that the
2017
the
Barenthal.
and is he like a lawman, or he
No,
takes it
he's
into his
like
own
an
hands?
ex-Marine guy
But he's
doing
setting the straight. He's doing good.
trying to make up for some bad things that he did. And
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Anyway, listen, YoKev.
Yeah.
Craps. When did you let me show you a picture of some of these things so we can get to craps talk, man.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
Yeah.
This is I
So
like this setup, dude. How
yeah,
you're
this is
keeping
actually
track of some
modern day,
tosses.
but so I started following and I went down the rabbit hole. I will tell you, as I looked through my notes, I consumed Bone Thrower for
In the
hours.
bone zone. Dude, what do you think of that guy? So I love the fact that I just say in the bone zone. I like that. That's the redeeming quality. So bone thrower. If you're
Yeah.
out there, feel free. You're welcome to come on the show, and then I could say
Yeah.
bone zone. But I'm not necessarily a big believer and respect to your channel and all that you do, but I sort of like, and no disrespect to Howard, but there's an overlapping thing where not every toss that you do can be amazing. Not
Agreed.
everyone. And I'm
Agreed.
sorry, there's just I'm gonna sort of plant my flag there. It's like, hey, this is the Mennonite toss, and you throw it like this,
Yeah.
and it works. And
Yeah.
that's kind of how it felt like I was watching. I did enjoy, like, oh, I was actually a member of that in the bone zone.
I was
And
too, and I just kind of outgrew him because I watched him for so long, right?
yeah, that's a good choice of words. Outgrew him.
Yeah, I enjoyed him, but I was looking for something, and then I really followed Jacob at
Something
shoot.
color me something.
No, it's no, hold on.
The
He's the
color
6'7".
purple.
He's the 6'7", 8" guy, and I just went blank. I
I don't know,
apologize.
man. Is that friends with John from Pro Craps? I don't know him personally. There's a lot of people that I don't know.
So
Is he friends with John from Pro Craps? Wager
well,
me
yeah,
this.
wager me this. Thank you. Wager
See?
me this. Yeah, thank you. You're right. And I got to tell you, intellectually, I thought
Mhm.
he was it. I thought this guy understands craps and he's got the right approach. And I like his style because he just chucks them. He says, I wish I was a dice setter. I wish I was a dice influencer. I've tried it. I'm terrible at it. So anything that I'm going to show you or demonstrate on a craps table will be random throws.
Man, you
And
know
I
how you get.
respect it.
I guess so. You know how you get better? You practice.
Well,
If you can't do something, my advice to anyone would be part of the
I
game
agree.
is, I mean, I played half the game for betting, but once you get into the actual setting and throwing and saying, I'm going to do all of this and rely on this myself, I think
Right.
maybe you should. Hey, listen, what do I know? You do you,
Well,
Jacob, you do you. All right.
right.
It's all good.
Right.
But I think you should
And
just, why not practice?
well, to his point, if you're at a crowded table and you're logging in hours and hours and hours, you're going to have a lot of random shooters. Let's face it, right?
If you're trying
So
to, yeah, but maybe as you grow, like I said, like, and Ed and I were talking about this exact same thing. But as you grow deeper into this game, you will bet less and less on random shooters, and your job gets
agreed.
easier.
Totally
I spent
agree.
like over a decade just betting on random shooters. I learned the game that way on how betting. I learned it like the flip side of it. So all I would do is come to Vegas and bet on random shooters.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you bet the
I don't think
don't,
you
or you
should.
lay if you lay 4s and 10s against random
He's
shooters,
welcome
you
on the
can,
show too.
excellent.
All these guys. I'm not, I don't want anyone to think I'm just like talking behind anyone's back.
Right.
I'll talk to your face. So come on. Right?
To the
I want
bone
Bone
zone.
Zone guy on here.
All right. So then Whalen's Way Craps, I consumed hours and hours. I mean, I'd be up throughout. You know how it is. You get hooked on something and you go down the
Shout out
rabbit hole.
Waylon.
Yeah, I love Whalen. And then it was I stumbled onto Heavy, and
I talked to Heavy today on the phone.
Excellent. Yeah, I took a seminar. This would have been 2 years ago in March.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, it was an experience that was more than I expected. Right?
So hold on a second.
So,
I'm going to interrupt you a billion more times. Okay,
yeah, no,
Mr. Amish,
yeah, sure.
YoKev. Let me just get to this first of all, because I want to comment on this. Goose hitter, dude. Don't you like this how he spells this? Goose hitter. That is a great handle. Has to do, I think, when he was hit with golf. And then Duracell. Shout out Duracell. Hey, I'll hit the like button. And then Dice Squirrel. Bone Throw is one of the many guys that filled a void for craps content during COVID. That's
a good point.
Sharp point.
Yep.
That is a very sharp point. And Duracell with the stats coming in hot. I like this. 49 watching and 20 likes. I always forget to say that. And then yeah. So okay. So anyway, YoKev, continue. Heavy. You're out the class. I'll get back to this picture. Let's get that hat up close.
Yeah, let's get that little tilt, little Amish, little Mennonite.
Oh yeah,
style,
dude.
Little swag.
Kind of like when you're driving the carriage like this. You know what I mean? Like the Amish
Diamond
lean.
in the back.
Oh my god.
Diamond in the back.
Dude, are they allowed to have music, or is they just humming and whistling? I don't know.
I think they're knee slapping and maybe throat. Something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know enough about to make fun of them. So
okay, we're not making fun of anyone. Just
Well,
poking fun.
the night is young, so hold on, buckle up. If you're
Oh, no,
easily
you
offended,
can make,
this
like
thing's
I
gonna
said,
get south.
I'm open to the 10-ton roast. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
very like, I can, at least I can laugh at myself. So that's good. All right, so
Let-
you're there
let
with
me-
Heavy.
let- Yeah. So and 220 inside.
Dude,
Mark.
220, man. What a name. Do you know his
Dude.
last name? We can't.
Yes,
Don't
I
say his
do.
last name.
I won't
What a
say his last
last
name.
name.
I
Isn't
know.
that he?
Yeah,
How is this guy's last name his last name, not one he made up? Right? You know what I mean? It's too good to have been
So
just a random last name.
shout out to 220 inside, because not
Shout out
only
220
did he
inside.
give me nuggets about my throw
Mhm.
that weekend, but also a follow-up sometime later with a bone tracker session. And I've since moved away from bone tracker. Not that I have a problem with it. I just decided I was going to cook up my own meth in my own
Hell
casino
yeah,
lab
man.
downstairs.
Amish Breaking Bad. Cook it up. Cook it up, man. Cook it up. All right, YoKev, somewhere in the barn in Kentucky. Cook it up.
No, I'm jealous of those people who go, well, if you go to page 42 in the data, you'll see that set you're using you need to switch it, roll one die over, and now instead of a hardway set, it's a 6-2-9-5,
Yeah.
and you'll throw a lot more sixes and eights. So it came on a year after taking the seminar. Heavy, who I find Heavy to be one of the most knowledgeable, well-written, well-spoken voices in our craps community. Shout out to Steve Heavy. He's an amazing guy. He will forget more in 24 hours than I will ever learn about the game.
Oh, totally. And you know what? Brian the broker, you are right. I need to be a better host etiquette. I'm interrupting the guests. I interrupted you just to say that. Okay. But YoKev, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you speak. You can have the floor. And
No
Brian the
apologies
broker, you
needed.
are correct. You are correct.
No
I'm not gonna refrain from interrupting.
Well, perhaps we'll go into like public radio host. So we're going to talk slow and with cadence and use a lot of white space, and we're not going to feel uncomfortable with the audio white space. Try
Let's
it.
do it.
Try it.
Yeah,
try
I don't
it.
know if I
Go
can,
ahead.
man. I'm too
Come on, you can do
hyped
it.
up.
You got the chops, and you know how to do it. You know
I do
white
have the
space,
chops.
white space within music, white space within speaking.
YoKev.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay, so I'll continue. So I met some great people who I've kept in touch with. And again, if you're thinking seminar, had I not had a accident on my hand, I would have attended in July. And yes, Biloxi in July. That was going to be, because I play golf when I go on these trips. So I was a little hesitant to be out in that humidity and playing golf. But what it did for me, in addition to watching and then going out and shooting, and it wasn't always great. I mean, you don't all make tons of money, but again, I watched Ed Robinson live. It was my first and only time to meet Ed or see Ed, and I'm telling you, it's like that is frozen in my mind when I watched what he did. And I remember we were at a meet and greet.
Oh, we're
On
back at
Friday
this.
night.
Did we somehow just?
Well, you wanted to move on, but I'm telling the story. So
I like it.
if you'll
Okay.
just
Continue.
But anyway, my
Continue.
point being that the nuggets of information that come up in cocktail conversation or dinner afterwards conversation, when you're just sitting around and somebody says, "Well, you know," I think one of my favorites of Heavy's was, you don't bet all the numbers across. You got to leave a hole for the rat to escape. I love that.
I'm going to speak. Okay,
So-
I'm going to speak. But every time I speak, I'm going to put Brian's comment up there. Okay, I told Heavy this today. I told him that. I still say that all the time, and I told Ed that that's my most quoted Heavy's quote, or high quote Heavy's quote all the time,
Yes.
because when I need a number and I happen to be on all the numbers, sometimes I remove that so it has a hole to go into. I'm going to get back to let you may have the floor again.
Okay. So really that's about it. So I went down my progression continued with, before I went to live tables, I did things on bubble craps. And the reason is I wanted to be comfortable with betting progressions, payouts, and I did it on Crapsy for a while. And anytime I went to bubble craps, I bet the correct amounts. Right? I wouldn't bet $15 on the 6 and 8. I would bet 18 or whatever. Because it taught me over a period of time, without the pressure of being at a live table trying to remember that stuff. I'm playing by myself. I can push the button as slow or as fast as I want. And so then when I walked up to a live table the first time, I had confidence and was ready to go. Didn't mean I didn't get shellacked like everybody else when we don't know what we're doing. But so that's kind of my craps history and craps education, I guess.
Have you taken a dice coach lesson?
I have not, and it's happening soon.
Okay, so your formal education is really just heavy
Seminar, yes, and yes, formal, yeah. But I want to. I've chatted with Bo a lot. And I think he is what I need. So I'm a golfer, and I'll say this because it aligns through my golfing career as an amateur, and I'm not a scratch golfer, but I've been as low as a single digit handicap, which is way above
strong.
average. It's strong,
Yeah.
but I have to have a professional look at me on a semi-regular basis, because what happens over a period of time is your body and your mind are not in perfect sync. So what I think my backswing is perfect, over a period of time, I may have started to change things and it's gotten out of whack.
Yeah.
Just like a 220 could look at or Ed could look at and they go, your wrist is pronating. Yeah, I used the word pronate.
I like it. I like it, but that's like one of the most common issues for
right.
shooters.
I use that as an example. Or they might say you need to stand up taller, or you need to land 3 inches. Your toss is perfect, but try your landing zone, right? But they're looking at it from outside your body and watching what you're doing, and they give professional advice. So I can't wait for Bo to look at my and I think Bo is the kind of teacher that, like most good golf instructors, they're not necessarily going to break you down and start you all over from the beginning, right? I think I've even heard him say,
yeah, but Ed will. I think Ed will, and that's good. I mean, but
yeah.
I think Ed's, listen, dice coach is great. Ed's really, I think, super strong in that regard. In the dice thing, Bo will comment on that. I think that's Bo's great. What am I talking about? They're both great.
No, they're
Ed's
both
really,
great.
really good though at zeroing in, and Bo will say that too, on the mechanics of the throw. I think Bo will like that. I feel like Bo is just the eclectic, all around bits of everything. But yeah, if you ever get a chance for Ed to look at that, I think it's beneficial. It really is, to have someone break it down for you.
Yeah, I'm seeing a golf pro, supposed to be last week, and I never got around to it. But I'm doing something wrong, and again, I've been playing this game my whole life, and I'm not going to solve it. Me going out to the range is not going to solve it. I need somebody to say, your grip's gotten a little loose, or your stance is this, whatever.
Shout out. Alfredo says golf, because Alfredo's a golfer too. Golf has a lot of synergy, 100%, and you are too close to yourself to catch things. Get a craps mentor at your local store. Okay? Find one. It's good to have one. It really is. You know, I would say Bo, dice coach is my, dice spirit animal. He really relates to, the all sides of my game. And plus he's here in Vegas. So I get to, be over at his place a lot, so that we've gotten to know each other, know my game. So I agree with Alfredo on that.
Speaking of Alfredo, shout out, because he was also one of the other sources that I consumed. And I so much enjoyed the show with him last week. That was incredible. And I listened to all.
Let's bring his name back up on the screen. I didn't realize that Alfredo's a very popular young man.
Yeah.
He is.
And speaking of which, you and I talked about this, you talked over his nugget that he said after all these years, here's the nugget that has saved him so much money.
Go ahead. Okay. But speaking of talking over, let me tell you, Lazy Dog is like number 10 ton, number one. It's your show. I'm in tears laughing, and it is not in a casino. You need the second swag tears about the casino fears. All right. So go ahead. Speak.
So before I came on this show, I sent you a list, but I don't think I did an outline of what things that I would like to talk about. That way you can look at it. It's kind of like the host before the guest. That way it's not a complete surprise, like, your first sexual experience on a craps table. I mean, we've all had them. But some with Mennonites, some with Amish. I mean, it all
exactly. Yep.
But what he said, and I actually was rewinding. Oh, I have a public request. Can you do the backup, fast forward 10-second on any video that you put out to the world, please? How does that work? Is that
what do you
YouTube
mean?
thing? So on your videos, all we can do is hit rewind and try and get lucky, or fast forward, where some of them have reverse 10 seconds or go forward 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah, that's like you're watching a actual real movie.
Yeah, can you get a man on that? Can ETG
I'll get ETG.
Get that done?
I'll ask ETG about that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is.
I think people would agree, because like even in your intros of this show, I got to sit there and try and slide the thing 10 minutes up, because it kind of can't watch the camera, the weather cam, until you come live. Yeah,
I mean, you got to really have. You got to have that on in the background, like you're cooking and thinking, if you want to watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, let's not get sidetracked. Stay focused. Okay, please stay focused.
All right. So the nugget that Alfredo, the best I could decipher, was another gentleman or a mentor to him said, if you haven't been paid, you've got big bets out there that you've pressed up, and 3 rolls have happened, and you have not hit them, you need to go to those heavy bets and pay yourself. And then you went off on a tangent, and I never heard him explain. I'm assuming what he means is either regress 1 or 2 of those bets and put that money in your rack, right?
Most likely.
Most likely. Yeah. And I did that today. I actually shot craps today on my way back from out of town.
Yeah, you did it?
I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, and I hate crap stories, and we're going to talk about crap stories, and there should be a outline on how to tell a crap story, just like I have.
Listen, listen, the show's yours, okay? Take it
thank
over,
you.
man.
Why don't you go take a hydration?
You know what?
You take a hydration break.
Dude, you need the director's hat or a little beret. Okay? All right, I like it, man. Okay, now it's like, okay, I like that.
Okay.
Oh my God, YoKev. Okay, the Kangol out. Okay,
oldest hat maker on the planet. Oldest hat maker on the planet. Yeah.
No way.
Or British, either Kangol or
begins with a U.
No, it's I'll think of it. It's Dobbs. Maybe Dobbs is anyway.
I don't know.
So
I like that guy.
a guy I was at Stadium Craps, which I want to talk about Stadium Craps because
Okay,
I
yeah, it's on the
freaking
list. Let's talk about it.
I love Stadium
Weren't we
Craps.
just talking about the regressing from Alfredo,
Yes.
or have
And
we moved on?
that's no, this was the story. So
Okay.
this guy starts to roll and I
Mhm.
turned to him and I said, "Do you have a dominant number that
Okay.
you
Yeah.
roll?" And he
Mhm.
said nines and tens. I said, "Okay." So I put 2 units. And by the way, I'll only discuss never money, but I'll always discuss it in units so you don't make people
This is
feel
what
bad.
Alfredo says. This is what he meant.
Go ahead. I can't read it.
You can't cut the top 2 bets in half and pay yourself.
There you go. I fucking love that.
Man, Alfredo, you're doing the Lord's work. Thank you.
I love that. I love that. So this guy in his first 10 rolls rolled 6 tens.
Oh man.
3 of them were hard ways.
Wow. Yeah.
I started at a quarter or 1 unit. I
Mhm.
had it to 200
Okay. Nice,
quickly.
man. Nice. Yeah.
And he went cold on the tens, but he went on about another 5 rolls deep, and it dawned on, and I had quarters on the hard ways. And it dawned on me, he's not hitting them anymore. So I'm watching his toss, same sets in the same way, same toss, but he's now hitting sixes and eights and fives and threes. And I looked over and I said, cut that. I just took that 10 in half. I
That
just pay me, put it in my rack. It was
that
perfect.
felt
Yeah.
probably felt good, right?
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yo,
Yeah.
Kev, you look. I'm looking at you now in that Kangol. You look
Yeah.
like you just got like 10 years younger. You know that? You do. You do. You
Well,
went from, you've been all over the place. I hope you have more hats. I
oh, they're
really.
coming. They're
Oh
coming.
my God.
And by the
Yeah.
way, I got
Oh.
to talk to somebody because there were my contract said only blue M&Ms in the green room, and there were
Listen,
blue and green M&Ms.
holy
I did
shit,
not,
dude. Listen, I hope that you have a beret back there, okay? Because if you,
but
oh my
come
God,
on, come
oh
on.
my God! All right, I
Pas
won't do
encore. Merci
it.
beaucoup.
We
Let me
said
tell
bon.
you.
All
Yeah,
right,
a beret is either super cool
yeah,
or
or super gay. Okay,
you're super gay.
yeah,
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
no, none. But you know, oh my God, that's awesome. Okay, so
Here's an
where?
interesting fact about
Yeah,
hats, real quick, and then we'll
tell
move
me.
along.
Okay, you're in
Do you know
charge.
do you know what your hat size
No,
is?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
The way you
I,
determine your hat size is you take flexible tape,
mhm.
measuring tape, and you pull it snug just above your ears around your head.
Yeah.
And if I were to guess at you, I'm not a haberdasher, but
No,
I'll
I
take
would
a
say
guess.
peanut size. Do they have a peanut size? Because I kind of have a peanut head. Yeah, I would.
So
I
you're
would go
saying
that size.
you're saying you have a smaller cranium than
Yeah,
most? Okay.
yeah. Yeah. My brain is touching the
Oh,
outside of, like, it's really pushed up against it.
so you're an ectodorm, not an endodorm.
I
Very
don't
good.
know.
All right. So I'm not a doctor, but I played one in a porn flick in the
Oh
80s.
man. Okay.
So we're going to take your measurement,
Yeah.
and I'm going to say it will be 21 inches.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
You would be a size 7 hat.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, quick quiz. Do you
Mhm.
know what the relationship between 21 inches and 7 is?
3 times.
Divide by pi.
Oh, pi.
Pi.
3.14.
46927224659.
Yeah, you have one up me
Yeah.
in the pi. I only knew the first two.
Yeah.
Nice,
Well,
man.
there's some sort of way to remember it or something. But so that's how you get a hat size.
Okay.
Yeah. They also do them in centimeters because I think we're still going to move to the metric system here in this country. I hope so, because I've been practicing it since the
Oh, okay, good.
60s.
Well, yeah, you're ahead of the curve.
Me
I
and the
don't know if it's
Mennonites are like, hey, go
yeah,
out for a
dude.
pass.
Yeah.
Go 10 meters and cut. I'll throw you
Yeah.
the Lions football.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, Nuggets. So I wanted to hear what your second favorite nugget is that you just love when you get it reminds you what a wonderful community we have that someone shared it with you. Go ahead.
The second favorite one,
Yes.
man. I mean, the first one was that heavies about the rat that I think it's so might be the turning with with dice coaches turning off after a craps number, which I don't fully buy into. I will buy into it sporadically, occasionally, but it's always in my head. I'd never turn off when I throw any horn, craps number, nothing. I want those. I'm usually seeking those out, but I understand why a lot of people, it's such an identifiable sort of, whenever I see someone doing that, I'm like, where did you learn that? I always think that where did they learned that from someone, and where did they learn that? Because a lot of the knowledge is passed down and passed down,
Well, and you and I chatted about this, so I'm going to not put you on the spot, but
dude, put me on the spot.
Well, with that said, traditionally don't work the come out roll.
No.
Let me set a scenario.
Oh, yeah. Set it up.
All right. You're shooting by yourself or one other person, meaning you've got the rhythm and the flow, right?
Yeah, you're speaking my language.
You are now 2 or 3 points made.
Oh, wow.
You're feeling good.
Beyond good. Yeah, beyond
good.
Ecstatic.
Right. Yep. The tosses, you're loving it. Oh, everything's groovy.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
All right. You just made the third 6 for the point.
Oh, my God. Drinks.
They paid. Right. Yep. No drink lady is pooping somewhere. She's gone for an hour.
We're good.
Why would you turn off? Not only would I don't turn them off, I press that 6 and turn them all on.
Wow. Yeah. You're really leaning into the whole thing. I play in the spirit of the game sometimes, and it's more so just a historical sort of remnant of getting my ass beat too many times, of trying to cut my place in line. And sometimes maybe the game needs to breathe. And maybe sometimes when a 7 comes out and it brings down your ATS, I will always say, all good. All good. We're still in play. That's the most important thing, is that the roll continues. So sometimes the roll needs to breathe, man. And I feel like
you know what?
I feel like people, I tried to get greedy, getting that extra edge. Oh, why not do that? I think we all end up going and trying that sometime. Well, shit, why don't I'm wasting a roll. But since my come out game is pretty bombastic as it is, there are no rolls wasted now. But I guess it would be me betting on someone else's roll. I still don't work it. I don't like the fact of it. I still sometimes play the spirit of the game, so to speak. That goes into maybe the whole. I just don't think you can just go in there like a bull and just like power your way into a game and be aggressive. And I think Bo would be interesting in this conversation, because sometimes I've gone in there trying to manhandle a table really quick. That would fall into that. I'm going to bet big, bet fast. I'm going to work everything. And I feel like you have to acclimate to the table, feel it out, and sort of like become in tune with it. Maybe that's a little too sort of, No,
I accept that and I buy that. And now that I understand a come out game, because I never had a come out game till I followed you and Ed talking about what you can do. And I always thought to myself, well, why don't you just, I mean, I'm not setting to shoot a 7 on my come out game, but I get it if your crap set is a little more dangerous to a 7.
Yeah, danger. Living dangerously.
Yeah, it's just a little higher percentage of maybe throwing a 7. And you said that to me when I said, come on, 10, give me your guaranteed roll of 12 when I need it for the tall. And you said 6.226, I think.
6.226. I've called it like Babe Ruth many times.
Yeah. And you also said, but be careful. I think you typed to me, I only use it on the come out because it's a little dangerous. Or maybe you didn't use the word dangerous, but, susceptible to the bad number. So, But in my scenario going back, I'm going to hold you to this. You're by yourself. You're on fire. You're only 10, 12 rolls in, but everything fucking is just the dice are cracking. They're rolling. You're hitting the numbers that you see that you
Cracking.
want. And
Yep.
you're like, why the fuck would I waste another 10 that I've been throwing to be off on this roll?
Well, listen, man, you got to add in a little caveat there too. There's a bet that's up there that's massive, and it's not going to be up there in massive sub 15 rolls, but if it's going to be up there, like let's say you're in 30 rolls, which I feel like is rare, 30
Yeah,
rolls. I mean, I still feel like high 20s is, and that's not the game I play. That's not the game I think about. I think about a game, and I was telling this to Ed yesterday. I play a game of sub 15 rolls. Really, I play a game of sub 12 rolls, and that's all my brain thinks about. And that to me is the most important part of the game. But if it does happen to get up there, yeah, you would think about, and I have thought about when your 10 is 1,000 on a come out. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make sure in that scenario, I'm gonna make sure even if that bet is off, and I will have that bet off, I will have a hop on it in some way so that I'm getting something that's chunky, maybe a couple hundred on it. I'd rather have a hard way on it. Hopefully it's an even number. Okay. So that you can bet a hard way. You see what I'm saying? So you're getting something.
No, and that was a solution that you shared, or I've learned from you since, and maybe it was Ed too. He's like, look, if you want to be off in the come out, but you've got this suspicion that you've been throwing 5s and 9s this whole set, go ahead and hop them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's brilliant. And I did that with the guy with the 10 today. I turned it off because it was over $200. It started at a quarter and I had a lot of money on the table. So I turned the bets off, but I hopped the 10 and he threw the fucking 10.
Oh, nice. Nice. Was it a hard 10? Because I mean, that would have been great.
It was, I bet them both. I hopped them both, but it was so
YoKev, isn't that a nice feeling? That's a nice feeling, isn't it? When you just like have like, you know what? I'm observing this. I'm going to bet what I'm observing. And that goes into one of my fundamentals. Pay fucking attention. Pay attention. Not enough people pay attention. I think it's a major overall flaw. Like I say with Bump John when we're playing, I'm after every roll, I'm like, what was that? 7, 9, 14. And I can tell you, I threw 2 5s, 2 6s, 1 ace deuce, 3 9s. I can tell you, I can repeat back to you. I think it's a good thing to get into the habit of people you're betting on, not people you're not betting on. Don't bother if you know you're not going to bet on someone, but pay attention. Case in point, this woman that I did not bet on, I already was ready to, I just wanted to see her roll. And it was at Red Rock, but guess what? She started throwing hard ways. And I got on the hard ways. After her second hard way, I'm like, man, this lady's like, I only put $100 out on the hard ways, right? Quarters. I left up $500 just from that. But that's like paying attention. You kind of know your internal clock gets better the more sessions you have, the more in tune with the game. And it's one of those things why you can almost tell. Without counting, you almost know how many rolls that was. That was a 15 roller. That was a 12 roller. That was 20 rolls, right? Or right around there. You start to just just feel what these answers are. So yes, this guy's all over 10s. Why wouldn't you hop a 10 or hop a 10 on a come out? You know, let's say you got nothing, throw out $15. I mean, I'll throw out 15, throw out 30, whatever. That's a nice little chunky hit. And people will think you're a genius, but you're just paying attention. Okay,
well, and shout out to all those before me. I think it was Bo and/or Ed. Well, Bo with I use white chips to track on a
let's get
table.
This picture. Like this?
Okay. Yeah. So there you go. So the right side, I can't zoom in because I'm on an iPhone, but
you know what? This is a great, you're using your iPhone for this. Good job, man.
Well, shout out to ETG. We did a trial run last week, and found that my MacBook Air just didn't cut it. So he said, well, let's screw it. Let's just try your iPhone.
It's good,
And,
man.
Yeah.
It's good quality. It's good quality. I think let me get to a couple of these comments because I want to give a
Okay.
shout out to Pat the Plow, dude. He's having issues with, he got a new phone. It was having issues with the chat.
And I kept getting individual comments from him. And I'm like, I think somebody reached out to you and said, take them out of the chat. Yeah. Okay.
At BV Wood. Turning off is easy. Turning on again and seeing red 7 out really sucks. The dice don't know if my bets are on or off. There's a point there. It's true. They don't know, but lazy dog. I work to come out, but hate working 6 bets. Will work all if I also regress, i.e. time to regress. ATS Hunter. Guy was on a tear earlier this week. Shout out to him. And Waylon's Way. I like Waylon. I was always good at hitting the like and subscribe button. I always forget that. I'm glad that he's chiming in. It's Ed too. Fucking love you guys. Haley said show up. I think that's for oh yeah, that's I don't know what that is. I'm just putting comments in. All right. So anyway, YoKev.
All right. So I'm gonna have to lean in because I can't zoom in on my iPhone. But did you have the one I sent you today from the Stadium Craps? It was a 17 hand that I threw. Remember, remember you gave me, or maybe
I just have this.
Okay, go back to the text. Remember the set that you threw?
I don't have that picture right now though.
Okay, well, it was a 17 hand, and while tracking it, it was with that set that you gave me. Was that a 6-4-2?
Oh, a 6-4-2-6?
No.
6-4-3-2?
6-4-3-2.
Yeah.
And I threw that, and I said, I'm going after this, and I don't know what numbers it's going to throw.
Insides for me.
Well, a 17 hand, I threw 5 9s and 5 10s and 3 3s.
Oh, wow.
Think about that. 17 hands.
Yeah.
More than like 80% of it was those 3 numbers.
Damn, I am thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I went from 1 unit, had it up to 5 units, got nervous, took it down to 3 units, built it back up. But my point is, that's a nugget that I got from you and Ed, talking about trending and paying attention and being in it, right? And having the vision and the
awareness.
Money,
I think
awareness and the drive to say, I want to see that 9 and 10 up to 5 units or whatever.
So so you said you tried that what we talked about on the podcast, which was starting at 150. Did you do that live or did you do that on your practice table?
First I went down and I did it practice, and then I had to go out of town and babysit my grandson, and so I was able to stop at one on the way, a casino in Cincinnati, Hard Rock. Yeah.
Oh, so you went to Hard Rock? You actually put 150 on the 6 and 8?
I did.
Hey, all right, man. We need a hat change for this story, dude.
There's
how
kind
about
of
a hat change?
Okay, there's kind of a long story on that, but the way I got the up money.
Oh, so, okay, yeah.
I'm a closet smoker. Well, I guess not anymore.
What kind of cigarettes?
Right now, I'm a Lucky Strike guy.
Oh man, LSMFT, man. Do people know what that means?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Is anybody else?
Yeah.
First person that can put it in the comments. Yeah. First person that gets it right will get free swag.
A pack of cigarettes.
A pack of smokes.
Right. First person that gets that gets a pack of smokes from YoKev.
So, I don't know if this is an interesting story or not, but in the Hard Rock, if you're in the smoking section, you can see the Stadium Craps and play it remotely.
Okay.
Capiche?
Yeah. Hey, a little Italian. Okay. Yeah, sure.
So I am done gambling. I'm just going to have a smoke. I'm going to walk out. I'm going to go hang out with my grandson. And I see this, and all I can see is a yellow sleeve and this guy setting a 5-1-5-1.
A 5151. Okay.
5151. And so I'm just watching it just
Mm-hmm.
because I like craps. And he
Sure.
is
Why wouldn't
he's throwing very nicely. It's a beautiful
you?
toss, and he's banging inside numbers. And as I watch him, he hits the small, and I'm not betting on him yet. I have the opportunity if I want. About 10 rolls in, I'm like, I put money in the machine, and I just went across and made a lot of money from him. But it was too late to get on the all tall small. Well, he hits, he sevens out, and I went ahead and put 888 across the all tall small. He hit this thing in about 18 rolls, all tall small.
Wow.
So I've got $2,000, whatever that is, 1,700. Plus, I made another 1,000 just on place bets, and
Nice.
I color up, and I have to go like 30 yards into the casino to go back to the live table. He's gone because I'm going to tip him. I always tip anybody that throws an ATS. That's one of my rules. You're getting at least $100. You know, if I played it at your level, 100, 100, 100, you'd probably get more. But my point is, if you're not tipping a shooter who hits the ATS, shame on you. That's my feeling. That is not by any means.
Tell him, YoKev.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think?
Listen, I've been tipped twice in my life, and
what do you think?
I agree with you. That's
somebody who hits an ATS and you're on it. I don't care if it's 555 or 50. Give them something.
Not just a pat on the back.
No.
Or the participation
I did
award.
take because I was on another one a couple of weeks ago, and I took a black chip over the guy, and he looks at me and he goes, "It's not like I need it." And I'm like, okay. I was just trying to be polite.
Man, that guy has got a
dick.
Yeah, he's got a chip on his shoulder. I like that, though. That's interesting. Not like I need it. Dude, that would have been funny. But YoKev, listen, I got tipped the other night because I had set up the stage. I didn't even tell this to Ed. Red Rock, I had the table limit raised to 50. So it's me and this other guy who happens to be named Ed, who's an Asian guy. Okay, I talk about this on the podcast. But do you know how funny that is? There's an older Asian guy named Ed. I was just laughing, right? I'm like, man, you don't just look like an Ed. So anyway, this guy comes up. He's drunk. He puts $1,500 on the field. Nothing I could do. He bet the limit. He comes up, slaps 15 ferret, right? Just puts but 1,500. And I just was like, oh, what a bummer, right in the middle of my roll. So I just threw the dice. I didn't set them. I just tossed them, thinking I'm going to get a 7. I throw aces.
A 12 or aces.
Who gets double, right? He's got 100. And so he threw out 500 as well on the hard ways. So he's got, 100 and a quarter on each hard way. My next toss, dude, is a hard 10, right? And I had just randomly threw it. So he made all this money, right, in 2 rolls. And then he's like, here, shooter, thanks. And he gave me $50, right? And I was like, I'll take it. I'll take it, dude. And then he like just scampered off. And it's funny. Hey, YoKev, listen, I got to get to some comments here, okay?
Do it. All
right. I know I missed some, but
go ahead.
I saw this. So Grasshopper, great guy. He said, lucky strike means fine taste. I do not. I think, is that correct, or is that?
It's either taste or tobacco.
I know. I thought it was tobacco.
I think it might be taste.
I don't know. We're going to need a
but
ruling
think about
on
it.
this.
If it's we can Google it, but I'm also in tobacco country. But the point is, if it were a promotional line, they would say taste. If you're selling something, you're not selling fine tobacco, maybe, but I think fine taste. That's a good question.
See, I just did it. It says it's acronym for Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. So you don't win the pack of cigarettes, Grasshopper. And then Waylon here, he says, Ed's like me. We don't bullshit people. Play like you preach. And then Ed is like, Primo Waylon. Dude, that is some Alabama stuff. I try not to mess with those guys in Alabama. I just like, you know what I mean? It's almost like it makes more sense to just stay out of the fray. What the hell, man? You got a Michigan State, a Spartan hat on.
Oh,
Man.
well, they
Okay.
give them to alumni.
No, nice. Oh, you went to MSU?
Funny story.
Well,
My
let's hear.
root.
Wait, hold on, dude. Let me get through these. Hold on a second. Craps Master Journey. I'm finally done with 2 times 2x speed and caught up. Kevin is hilarious on 2x, and then let's see. And Wayland's. You just remind me I have to go back to the DMV store and get cigarettes. Thank you, brother. Well, and then Tilted Dunk. YoKev, late to the party after rewatch in the morning. Sean R. Kevin Schwantz's Lucky Strike bike had me smoking Luckies as a teenager.
Yeah.
I did smoke Lucky Strikes for a minute.
Yeah.
Wayland says, if you make a lot of money on any shooter, always tip them first and foremost. Casinos should be last. And then
Great.
this is true. Matt Hatter was correct. Lucky Strikes mean fine tobacco.
That's what I thought it was.
Question. Why do I hate getting tips? I want you also get the ATS. Don't want your wins. I want you to win also. A very much of philanthropist from Lazy Dog. You know, yeah. Keep your money. That's Matt Hatter said dad smoked them. My dad smoked Marlboro Reds.
My dad smoked Kent's.
Oh wow, Kent's, man. You don't. That's one of the more random brands like Pall Malls. You know.
Yeah.
Who?
My mother smoked Salem's.
Oh, Salem's. That's pretty cool though. That was a cool name, man. Salem's. Yeah. Look at this. Alabama and Mississippi boys don't bullshit. No, man. I just really it's just a more of a smarter move to not mess with those guys. You know, I feel like I'm barking up the it'd be just bad. I try not to get into too many arguments with Head. You know, Sparty.
Yeah.
Go blue.
I may chirp in a Mennonite, but I'm not taking a swing at a guy from Alabama.
No, not from Alabama, man.
Yeah.
And Ollie, my dad smoked Marlboro Reds. Yep, my dad. My dad also had emphysema. He did. Yeah, that's what he fucking died of. So
the only reason I smoke cigarettes is the same reason is why I started, because I look cool doing it.
Oh man, there is nothing. You always feel cool. That's why I did it too, man. Smoking a cigarette like you're in a movie. Those were the days, man, when you go outside in the club, you know, smoke after the show outside.
All right, let's talk of a subject about handles in the craps community.
Okay, please run the show.
Okay, ETG, you got the graphics, you got the video. Okay, so my question is, as everyone in the community is curious, because I don't think you've ever discussed or explained your handle.
Oh man!
And I'm slowly introducing this with a lot of white space to give you a lot of time to decide whether you want to share with us.
Yeah,
or you want to.
This is hilarious. I like how somehow the tables have turned, and right, the interviewee has become the interviewer. Right? YoKev, what have you done? It's the many hats of YoKev. So the handle is because when I was first started thinking about this, my name would be, it was Francis 10. I wanted to keep the 10 right in there.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
Francis 10?
10, T-E-N. For my, you know, that's how people have known me forever. Francis 10. That's how I would sign autographs, sign everything.
Is that your last name?
No, that's not my proper birth certificate name.
Okay, but where does the 10 come from?
Oh man, the original 10. That's
you're saying Francis 10.
Yeah, T-E-N. Mm-hmm. You should have seen my autograph for that was epic.
Okay,
epic.
So that was
the F on the 10. What a signature.
Your real name is Francis.
Yes.
With side note, my middle name is Francis.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah. And then the 10,
exclamation point or not?
it's more of a it's droopy now, so it's more of a semicolon. It used to be an exclamation point.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of lost a little
I wouldn't
vigor.
even know if your real name is Kevin. See, I only know handles. I
Yeah.
don't even know. Is your real first name Kevin? Or is
No,
it
but it's
Yo?
the only thing that rhymed with Kentucky, so I figured it'd be a good idea.
Oh my
Plus,
God. So for everyone that's just joined us, I don't even know this man's actual name, but he's asking me my name, and I will tell you. So when I was thinking about the channel, I was going to launch this YouTube channel.
okay.
Before, and Ed and I were just talking about this when he said, and it was on the Full of Chips podcast when he was saying, hey, how'd you start this podcast? Ed and I would talk for like 3 hours. And he was like, it was Ed's idea. Ed's like, hey, have you ever thought about doing a podcast? And I said, yep, let's do it. It's exactly how it happened. Yep, let's do it. Because I had thought about it for a long time, and you can only do podcasts. And my heart goes out to John from Procrast, because it's so difficult to do a show, but also respect to a one-man show. It is really difficult. It's so much better to have, someone like you, YoKev, in the, just to, you never know what's going to happen, but it keeps it lively. It keeps things going. And that's why I was like, fuck, I really wanted to start this YouTube channel, and having someone, I wanted a podcast first. So that's how it happened. But the handle came from, I believe that, you can put things out there. It's funny knowing people like King Dice, right? King Dice,
Right.
People thought like those handles are meaningful, like what you put out there. And I always was like, I have a lot of, I guess, conviction and belief in myself, and it makes me laugh. So there's a lot of reasons. The 10 ton, I thought it was funny because I thought in the Minnesota Fats sort of way, like I thought it was funny, the irony that I'm not this huge dude. So when people would meet me, they'd be thinking that it was like this really big guy. And the number one was there just because it's unconventional. And I wanted people to actually say that I am number one, and you will end up, I believe it. You should believe it. People should believe in themselves. You should believe in yourself. And I believe in, I believe that I am number one, and I'm not going to say that I don't believe that. I think you should have confidence. You need to have it's like Ed would say, shooter's mentality. Well, that's kind of my mentality in general. I think if you believe in something, you can make it happen. You can almost will things into happen. I want to be a musician. All right. You can sit around there and think about it being a dream, but my attitude was, you know what? Someone told me I couldn't do this. I'm going to go and spend the only $300 I have on a guitar. I'm going to sit there in a room and practice this for months and months and months without an amp. And I'm going to figure out and ask people how they did it. And then I'm going to do it. And then I went out and did it, and then did it at multiple times till it wasn't a hobby, until you were actually that guy. Same thing with craps. I think if you apply it, start talking to people, the recipe for success in life, in my mind, is very easy. It's very much like the only good thing about like Tony Robbins, when I was in high school, like depressed, in the living room late at night, 2 a.m, you see a Tony Robbins thing. The thing that I pulled out of Tony Robbins, and I think it's so simple. Find someone that's doing what you want to do. Ask them, how did they get to that spot? Do what they did. And there's a good chance, if you're talented and do it right, you can get there too. It's really kind of simple. And if you apply that to everything in your life, you can make a lot of shit happen. Hey, I want to get skinnier. Okay. How do you do it? There's a recipe for everything. I want to learn how to throw dice well. Okay. Find the people that have been doing that for a while and do it. Learn from them. Practice. Obviously, you got to practice. I want to learn how to bet better. I want to learn how to make bigger money at this game. Well, guess what? Start talking to people, figuring it out, and doing it. But you have to put time into it. It's not just going to happen. It also takes a lot of devotion to your craft. I want to start a company. I'm an entrepreneur. Everyone should kind of be like this. How do I start a company? Ask people. It's as simple as that. I mean, it's almost dumb as far as how I feel like how to be successful. Also, you also have to have a more of a risk taker approach to life too, which is because it does. You have to take. You have to take risks and craps. Craps is very much. There's a intersection overlaps your personality. It goes along with how you bet as well. There's correlations between, I've got a couple degrees in psychology. It really is fascinating how people's approaching to risk, betting, and the fear of putting bets down and putting money on a table is so different from your practice table to real life. And that's where the rubber meets the road, man. You can learn a lot about yourself when you actually start doing that, and it will feel great. Didn't it feel great, dude, when you went there and did what we talked about? Epiphany, right?
Yes. So 2 things. One, there's a saying, if you want to be a musician, hang out with 6 musicians, you become the 7th. If you want to be rich, hang out with 6 rich guys, you become the 7th. If you want to be a lazy, dope smoking, channel surfing dude, hang out with 6 guys.
Musicians.
Hang out with 6 rich musicians, and you'll become the 7th.
Yeah.
So right. So that's who I choose to communicate with and discuss things and share stories or ask for help is people who are involved. There are people at the casino that I shoot craps with. I don't have conversations with about craps because they're not as deeply involved in it as I am.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. They show up. They've got a lot of money. They have big bankrolls, but we don't have the same drive or interest in the nuance or wanting to figure this thing out.
Yeah. And Craps Master Journey, my nemesis from Green Bay, fake it until you make it. In a lot of ways, I think that is, in the short run, sometimes you have to put it out there. It's almost like, let's say, going back to a band or a company or anything, 10 Ton is number one. You put it out there and then you put it into belief. I made band t-shirts before I had a record deal. I got a record deal from a name. Like, if you think about something, and I'm despite this, YoKev, I'm an obsessive thinking about how to get things done. I'm always trying to, whether it's on the craps table or in business or in life, how do I get to this next level? Very driven. I think this game is a very deep game. It can be a very surface level game, but when you start getting into it, it is, like I said, it's so complex and it really relates to your personality, and you can learn a lot about yourself and you kind of conquer a lot of fears. But anyway, get back to your story.
And first I want to commend you for posing the challenge. I'll call it a challenge, or the scenario that if we should all take it on. And Ed was the same way. He was very supportive of it in your conversation. And what you did, without maybe knowing it or not, is you eliminated the fear. This is up money, right? Should not be your rent. You're right. It should not make you nervous, but you need to get out of the comfort zone when you have the opportunity and it's expendable money, and put $150 on the 6 and 8. And when it hits, you take it to 300. And again, I think the majority of those of us that are involved in this and casino tiers are probably in that level of buy-in we might not be comfortable with it, right? And I don't count other people's money. I don't care what you have on the table. If you're, whatever. But so I could not wait to try it. So as I told you, I went downstairs in my laboratory of craps, and I did it, and I hit it in 5 rolls. I hit a 6 and 8 with both of them within double them.
What'd you regress them down to?
Well, when I went to the live table and did it, I dropped them down to 60 each.
Do you put 1040, or 1080 right?
Put a band in my
10E.
pocket.
Yeah, a band. I like that. You need the can go on to say that. All right. You put a rack in your pocket. YoKev. All right. All right. I like that. You just said that. I put a band in my pocket. For all of you other people out there, a band is can be 1,000 or a rack can be 1,000. Sometimes there's debates because I've actually looked that up on bands and racks.
Do you know how much $1 million in $100 bills weighs?
No, I don't. How much? Tell me.
You do. You must. Come on. Tell me. With your background.
How much?
What? You running with the Mennonites all those years? You guys were.
With the Mennonites, counting with the money machines?
Yeah.
Yep. In the barn. All right.
We should find out the brand name of a money machine, a money counter, like Electrolux or some old money, and that should be somebody's handle.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Right? Is there another term for those dollar bill counters?
I had one at one point. Right? I had one, but it would always get stuck.
I'm not going to disclose all the things I had in my other laboratories either. But side note,
shout out. Well, okay, go ahead.
So in my class in 1979, you might know him. We knew him as Irvin.
Magic Johnson was in your class?
Magic Johnson.
Wow, dude.
So we're the same age. My sophomore year in 1979 was the year they won it, beat Larry Bird. And I'm telling you, in a campus with 55,000 students, you've never experienced life till your college team, while you're in attendance at that college, wins the national championship.
That's pretty sweet.
Insane. So anyway, So I got to tell you, I smiled. I was never nervous. I was like, I don't care if I PSO, right?
So you were not nervous at all when you had?
Not at all, because I had just hit an ATS with a guy, or a guy hit the ATS for me.
So you were up. You were fat and happy.
Fat and happy.
All right,
and I'm
going to risk this $300.
I'll light it on fire, and I don't care. But instead, I'm going to confidently set my die. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to hit a 6 and 8. It's not that difficult. Let's go.
Yeah, you're a shooter. Let's go. Exactly.
Let's go. Oh,
and then
beautiful.
You did, okay, so when you hit the first 6, that pays 175. What'd you do with the quarter? You just rack it?
I threw it on the hard 6.
Okay, nice, man. Squeezing everything out of it, YoKev. Right?
I should have hopped it. Yeah. Should have hopped the motherfucker.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, I have a horrible problem swearing all the time. So go ahead. All right, but listen, G-Dub legit, he bets. I put out 2 videos out on it today. If you don't practice it at home and try it at the casino, then you're practicing at the casino, and that's no bueno. He just spoke a little Spanish, all right?
Okay.
And then he said, called it go big or go home. Exactly. And G-Dub does go big or go home, because I've had the pleasure of playing on a table with G-Dub. He's awesome. Awesome dude. I think G-Dub, you smoke. I think he smokes, but not Lucky Strikes.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was a Camel guy. I was a Marlboro guy. It didn't matter.
I ended up being that hipster with the Parliaments at one point.
Well, you know why Parliaments were popular?
Tell me why.
So the indentation in the filter, the little vestibule in the filter.
Yeah.
Cock spoon. It's good cock. In the clubs, you could use it as a Coke spoon.
Did you just give me the Tony Montana, like a little accent? Yeah. Oh my God, I had no idea, dude.
Yeah.
Man, what were you doing back then in '79 and
Studio 54, bro, New York City.
Oh my God.
Let me go get my toupee out and my velvet jacket.
Dude, that's awesome. All right, so YoKev, you got. So your 6 is at 300. Your 8, did your 8 get up to 300 too, or did?
Yeah. Okay, I texted you right away. I was like, dude, this shit was crazy.
So you have both of them up. They're now up at 300.
And I'm smiling. I don't have a tension in my body.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't care. It's kind of like back in the blackjack days when I played blackjack, I would triple parlay a hand or triple hand parlay.
Yeah.
because it's
Okay.
up money,
Yeah.
right? You go, fuck
Okay.
it. I'm on my way out. Here we go. Whatever it is.
Okay.
$50 hand, doesn't matter. I put one unit. Wins, I stack it. Wins, I stack it again.
Man. Okay.
It's right.
Then
Because
did
you
the
don't
6
care.
hit?
Yes.
6
It
hits.
was-
That's going to
yes.
pay 350, and then you're
Yes.
just saying bring it down to 60.
Bring it down to 60. And I remember Ed saying, well, you could take it down to 180. And I was like, no, let's cut right from your podcast, from your discussion the other night. And I was like, F it. I want as much money in my rack right now because it's a better story. Right.
Okay. So you
'Cause
took down the 540.
Yeah.
Took down 540, and then did the 8 hit right after that, or is it?
Well, it was like a couple numbers, but you know what it was? I never sweated it. It was like the 9 hit, then hard 4. I'm like, hard 4, where'd this come from? Right. But I never sweated it. I'm like, just stay in it, man. This is it's coming. I have this. This is going to happen.
Yep.
And you and I talk about that, manifesting things and believing it. Again, I go back to all the sports I've played or the things I've done. If you have practiced and put in the time, both mentally and physically, and you step up to the game, you believe that's how the number one guys in the world perform at the sports they do. They believe it. There's no doubt in their mind.
Yeah, I do think I think belief plays a large part in this game. I think it's better to be putting out positive. I'm sure Dice Coach is going to agree with this, or a lot of people put out the positive vibes. Believe you can do it. It's kind of like when earlier when we said I'm going to hit that 9. I'm going to hit that 9 instead of I hope a 7 doesn't come. I will always be like that. Same way in poker. Like I hope I'm not thinking about the card that's going to bust me. I'm thinking about the card that I want. And putting it out there. And sometimes we're conditioned sometimes to sometimes expect the worst. A lot of times, with society. But that's good. So then the 8 came, and then you're just like, all right, sweet. You just made a band.
I just made a band.
Right?
Papa's got a brand new band. Right?
YoKev's got a brand new hat. A couple of them. YoKev's got a brand new hat. Yeah. Dude, listen.
Yeah,
you got the beret. What else you got? Are you at the bottom of your hat collection?
Well, I didn't bring everything out. I could take a potty break. No, I mean, it's 11 o'clock. You're asking
listen,
old man to.
No matter what, if you have a beret in your collection, then
dude,
I'm willing
it's not
to wait.
If I have one, it's how many I have. How many are
God,
authentic French? Dude, most are authentic French.
It would be better if you had a cigarette holder too.
I wish I could smoke it. I wish I could smoke in my house because it might be.
Oh my God, hilarious!
Yeah, my wife's out of town right now. Do you believe my dogs have not made a sound?
No, they've been amazing. They've been fantastic, man. Yeah, listen. I mean, if you want to take a break, I'll
I tell you what. Let me do it. Let me run to the restroom and.
Yeah, I'm gonna advertise some. I'm gonna thank. You know what? Just take a break. Come back.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. I'll know when you're back.
Yeah. Do I need to cut my mics? Or
no, I mean, I don't know. Don't bring it into the bathroom with you. I could mute you. All right. I guess. Yeah. I'll just mute you.
I guess I should take the earplug. Yeah.
I'll mute you, dude. I got you. All right. Everyone, I want to thank everyone in the chat for appreciate everyone that's on Patreon, that's supporting the show, that helps with everything. It means a lot. Just to keep it going. When I was talking to Ed yesterday, where the podcast versions are really going to be focused on craps. It's just going in that direction now. Really pointed, defined as much as Ed and I can do, subjects and topics. So the next ones is just going to get better and better as more material starts to get published. There's a lot of stuff we can talk about, so much stuff we can talk about. It's been great. If you want to be in the chat group, let me know. We'll add you to the chat. And people are Everyday, who's a long time, he was actually one of the first, shout out Everyday, one of the first Patreon supporters, he sent me a message and I hooked him up with Huggy Bear because he was going to go up to Detroit, which is really good to see people getting together with people. So hopefully, if you're traveling through, Louisville and that area, Cincinnati, get YoKev's number. Obviously, this guy would be a riot to go to the casino with. He really would be. He would be funny, good vibes. So, yeah. Let's see what else. Let's see. Let me get to this chat here. Waylon, I smoke 2 kinds of cigarettes, mine and yours. Yeah. And then G-Dub, smoke like a chimney starter on Lucky Strikes because it was all I could steal at 14. Man. It is casting. It is sad puppy time. It is sad puppy time while Kevin is away. Actually, I don't even know if YoKev's name is Kevin. That's what's the hilarious thing about this is that I don't know. But here we go. Let me get rid of this. I don't know if his name is Kevin. Water. Or isn't that something? Yeah. Let's see what we got here. A little plug for the merch. Oh, Craps Master Journey. Of course. I'll put you in the chat group. When did season 1, episode 1 air? Man, that's a good question. Of this show? 2024? I think somewhere around there. February 2024, maybe, possibly, right around there. Or maybe, yeah. Mad Hatter will. Lazy Dog says, I'm finding more craps tables are non-smoking, but even on ashtray tables, I always set blackout, perfect way to pass shooters as my house is set outside. There are less and less people smoking in the casinos in general. At least I find in Vegas, it's pretty rare, to have someone smoking at a table now. Every now and then you'll get the guys smoking cigars sort of at Aria. And thank you with Waylon. Always with the reminder, hit the like, subscribe, hype. Love you guys. Peace out. Christ is king. All right. Gets the shout out for Jesus. All right, here we go. I see YoKev is back. Let me unmute him and go. Why, hello, sir. Oh, wait a second. Okay. That's borderline. Hello, Keto, Inspector Clouseau. That is almost a Pink Panther Inspector Clouseau hat, right? Or it is a fedora, but it is. What do we got there? Tell me. Let's tell me.
So this is with a little updated modern twist to the classic fedora.
Okay.
It is for outdoor wear. Now we'll move on because I've got so many fedoras and so many hats. But the next one that you're about to see.
Okay, all right. We're going to go into another one. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go fast here because I don't want to lose people.
Collection. Yeah.
So this is in the color, what you're about to see, of maize and blue.
Oh, nice. A Go Blue hat?
You ready? It's headwear. It's not. Okay. Here we go. You ready?
Oh my! I like how he does a reveal. Oh my God, dude. This is hilarious. Dude, YoKev, you are one funny motherfucker. Holy shit. Oh my God. YoKev, okay, explain to me this. All right, tell me, where do you wear that are you to
open? Be interested, not interesting. One open-ended question.
Okay,
interviewer.
I like that.
Okay. Be interested, not interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I like that.
This is known as a kufi.
Oh.
It's spelled Khuffi.
Oh, nice, man.
Traditionally a Muslim wear.
Yes, that's what I thought, that you got the rug out.
Right.
Right.
So it is, I owned a small business that produced these.
No
And
way. Dude,
yeah,
Koofies?
yeah, they were, my company was called Cool Caps with
Oh,
K's.
okay.
Yeah,
Nice, man.
yeah, yeah. And
I bet
what
you sell a lot of those in Dearborn, right?
well,
There are the
here was
spike in sales in Dearborn, right?
9/11 came around and kind of
So
hurt our
sad.
sales.
You're like, hey, listen, let's take those off the website, right? Were
But
you like, you're like, back order?
I employed older women,
Mhm.
retired women who would knit or crochet them.
Is that a crocheted kufi?
It is. And
Oh man.
it's got just one little thin band of elastic here to hold
Yeah.
it like this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I did them in maize and blue. I did them in blue and white to sell
That
to
looks like Pittsburgh Steeler colors to me, or it looks like Iowa.
well, it's maize and
That's
gold.
That is not blue.
It is. You have to trust
That's
me.
blue.
Yeah, but I also made
Man,
them
that looks like black and gold.
I made them in cashmere.
Oh, cashmere. Nice.
Cashmere.
Sorry. Am I pronouncing it wrong? Cashmere. Am I pronouncing here the kufi with the cashmere?
Oh, I'm getting okay, get that off my screen. I also made them in a super soft synthetic material that I sold to a women's cancer store.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's
because
good. That's
because women who were going bald from
of
chemo,
course. Yeah.
right? And again, I am a
Did you
bald
market
man.
it as? Did you market it as the chemo kufi?
Well, what I did is I started with the head shops and hippie stores,
Yeah.
right? And I
Yep.
found out that I came up with it because as a bald man at a very young age,
Okay.
the adage that you lose 80% of the heat from your head is very true.
Mm.
And so what I did is found that this kept me warm.
Yeah.
And so I started marketing it. And the problem is paying someone to hand do this is not cost effective, right?
No,
Because
but the quality, dude. The
that's what I was
quality
going.
kufis.
That's what I was going with. Yes.
Yeah.
So I tested it out, marketed, tested it. My daughter at the time was a teenager, and I drove them to the mall for the afternoon. And I had a bunch of them on mannequin heads in the back of my car because I was a mad scientist at the time, and I
Oh
felt
my
like I
God.
was gonna. And they said, "Mr. Moylan, what are these?" And I said, "Oh, those are kufis." I go, "They're headwear." And they put them on. And these girls are young teenage girls with lots
Yeah.
of hair. And they go, "These are really cute." I go, "Do me a favor, wear them for the rest of the day in the mall and let me know about the feedback." And they said, "These are super cute." So I was like, okay, didn't expect that. I was doing it for
Yeah.
bald people.
Yeah.
But what killed it, I was also selling them to wig shops and African American supplies that sell it because black people, yeah. Mhm.
Dude, if you're from that, this, then not a lot of people know this, that on 7 Mile in Detroit and right around that used to be a wig district. And on top of all the buildings would say wig on it.
Yeah.
Wig,
Yeah.
wig.
Yeah, I grew
By
up.
the way,
I grew up.
Proverbs 16:33, added dreads on the back would be nice.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Michael Jordan came out with the Flying Man. He was selling for $3, and I was selling mine for 3 and 4 times that. So he kind of beat me.
Oh man,
to the market.
That's
but
a good deal, man. $3 and $4 for a Jordan.
Well, he had factories in China cranking them out.
China.
Yeah. I couldn't compete. Yeah. Oops. Watch out.
So yeah.
What was I going to ask you?
Let's go with what's next on your craps. Listen, what's next on your craps agenda?
Learning or playing or
whatever one you want to talk about, man.
So I have not been to Las Vegas in probably 15 years.
Okay.
Where I used to come. I used to come all the time. One of my best friends was a professional gambler.
Okay.
And then he was a resident of the state penitentiary.
Oh,
And
man, yeah.
so,
We
so
come visit him. Is he still there?
yeah, you go see him, you'd be all
He'd
right.
probably appreciate, he'd probably appreciate the visit.
Well, he's out now.
Oh,
He's
okay.
out.
He's out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this was years ago. But
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't a craps player back then. I was a
Hmm.
blackjack player. So,
Yeah.
um, uh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But I think it'll be midweek, couple of days, like a Tuesday through Thursday.
Hmm.
Definitely want to come see you. Definitely want to go out and see Bo.
Yep.
And then get out of there before the crazy weekend, because I like quiet
Yeah.
tables. I like
Same here.
coffee runs, or middle of the night. And in
Yeah.
Vegas, I could see me gambling in the middle of the night because I don't really go to sleep. I don't sleep a lot at my age.
Yeah.
You'll find that
Yeah.
when you get old, you just don't.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I always
Anyway,
remember him. I had a fourth grade teacher, and he said something that I actually have never forgot. He was like, I only sleep 4 hours a night. I'm
yeah,
like, that's insane.
yeah.
4 hours a night.
I slept 5 last night, and
Okay.
I was a little concerned because I don't normally stay up this late. Again, the Arabic coffee has recharged me. So,
Yeah. Nice, man.
okay, hold on 1 minute.
Yeah. Please. Please. Oh, yeah. You know what? Oui.
Pas encore.
But of
Was the
course.
most beautiful moment.
But of
Or
course, YoKev.
so the beret is so classic, and so, I mean, if you've got the nads to wear one,
Oh,
man,
man. You must
props
have the
to you.
nads. Yeah. It
Yeah.
is and it's a perfect time. You could say the French in the World Cup. Of course.
But
Of
guys,
course. Yeah. I mean,
uh,
Kev, that is a good look for you to take to the table, man. Because you
dude,
could be French, or you could be a director,
so
or you could be both.
I rocked a cowboy hat for the first time at my local casino.
Yeah.
And the dealers' heads were snapping to look at me, or they'd see me from across the way and they'd look and they go, "Is that YoKev with a cowboy hat?" And it's just so funny to fuck with people, because I
Man,
don't
dude,
care.
I love this look, though. I
You
love
do.
this look. Oh, yeah, man. But of course, I love this look.
Now,
No,
someone
no,
went to
no. Listen.
someone went
Oh, is that a
to
raspberry
Amsterdam.
beret?
Someone went to Amsterdam, and anytime I have friends that go on a trip, I ask them, "Is this a souvenir trip?" And they look at me like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, my kids, when I would travel for business, I'd go to New York and LA and a blah blah blah, and they'd say, 'Is this a souvenir trip?' And I'll say, 'We'll see,' because I travel so much. Every trip couldn't be a souvenir trip because I didn't want to spoil my kids.
Yeah.
So they'd say, 'What do you mean?' I'm like, 'Well, I'd like you to bring me a souvenir from wherever you're
Yeah.
going.' And they say, 'Well, what do you want?' And I'd say, uh, 'A puka shell necklace.'"
Oh,
Was my
nice,
standard.
man. Yeah. The puka shell necklace. Okay.
But this woman took her teenage daughter to Amsterdam to see the Taylor Swift concert,
Mm-hmm.
and she brought this back for me,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
raspberry beret.
That is nice. Yeah. Prince would
Pretty,
like
pretty,
that. That's a good
pretty
song.
nice.
But I really enjoying that hat.
You are.
Please just, yeah.
Okay.
That's the
I'll
winner. I think
well,
that you should wear that to the table, man. I would
I
be
will
into that.
wear
Yeah.
it. I
Hell
will
yeah,
wear it
man. Hell,
this
because it takes some
weekend.
balls, man, to wear that.
Well, in the golf world, a traditional golf hat, as you know,
Mhm.
right? There are also bucket hats,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And bucket hats serve a purpose because they're wider brim and they'll keep the sun
Mhm.
off your face.
Yeah, sure.
But again, you've got to have. I had a friend who was a stick. I mean, this guy was single digit handicap, and he was a
Mhm.
all American lacrosse player, all American hockey player who played golf.
Yeah.
So
I
you know those two sports, and he
yeah.
was,
But
6'4", 250,
yeah.
just ripped. And the point being is that he would wear a bucket hat to play golf
Mm.
because nobody looks good in a bucket hat
No.
at
I don't really can't think about the last person I remember. It'd be in the musician world. on people wearing bucket hats at some like 311 show or something like
There's
that.
only one guy who could stir a woman's loins in
Who?
a bucket
Oh.
hat.
I like that expression. Who? And
Gilligan.
my God, Gilligan. I don't know if he was stirring anyone's loins. I
Uh,
was
you
really. I don't know. Gilligan. It was Gilligan
if you go
gay?
back, if you go
I felt
no,
like Gilligan was gay.
if you go back and watch,
Okay.
and catch
Ginger looking at him.
Ginger would throw him the come hither eye look.
Really, because of the
Oh,
bucket
yeah.
hat.
The bucket hat.
I like that theory, but I do like this. I do like the beret at the table, man.
Well, I have to tell you, I tell this story. So I went to a Pilot gas station. Do you know what those are?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So I went, they said, where'd you get that hat? I said, well, I went to the Pilot store because I wanted a pilot hat.
Yeah.
But they didn't sell pilot hats like they advertised on their sign. They
Yeah.
sell cowboy hats.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, YoKev, I was not expecting this conversation.
Yeah.
In general, this whole thing
we
happened.
have not gotten through the list that I sent you.
Well,
the
okay,
outline.
what's next on the list, please? And BRB, shout out. Wears his fedora and hunting vest at tables. He does. BRB's a great dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You didn't ask me about my handle.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I will. But by the way, Payne Stewart.
You want to know my real name?
R.I.P. Payne Stewart. But speaking, what I was going to say is that hat would be a golfer's hat if it had like a yarn like ball on top, right? And it was like patterned, checkered, right?
Which, the bucket?
No, your hat right there. Like, isn't that the old golfers? Isn't the old golfer's hat more like that, except it's got the pattern and it's got the ball on it?
Yeah, it's called a flat cap. And I have many, many, many flat caps.
All right, let's see.
I have one.
That. Yeah. Okay.
Right
yeah,
there.
That's the flat cap. Yeah.
A little more stylish than your average guy, but it picks up the blue in my eyes, I'm told. So,
oh, nice. Yeah. Got to pick up the blue.
And then the red Kangol, just in case shit goes down.
Just in case you're on the on court side at the Knicks game.
Yeah, I don't want to be with the Crips. I want to be with blood.
Yeah.
So my when I had to come up with a handle, because I think you were the first person to ask me officially what's my handle.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, fuck, do I make it up on the spot? What do I do? And about a year or so ago, when I was first getting into it, I went to a morning session, and I didn't know much about craps. I was learning.
Yeah.
But I knew that I felt comfortable at an empty table.
Yeah.
Right. So I always bet the pass line, and for whatever reason, I would bet the C and E. I don't know why. Where I learned it, I would just bet that. I didn't think of it as a come out. It's just what I did. And I rolled 4 11s in a row.
Okay, nice, man.
And I knew enough, plus I had the dealers on it with me. I knew enough to press it. Like I think I may have parlayed the first one.
Wow. Yep.
And then heavy pressed it the third time and just said, F it. Again, going back to that, why not?
Yeah.
If it's crazy to roll twice and it's crazy to roll 3, who's to think
What'd you start with it? What'd you start there? A couple bucks?
Nickels.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I think the end result after 4 was somewhere around $700 or $800.
Wow.
And I had been at that table not more than 5 minutes. How long does it take? I was by myself. They just give me the dice back. They're not paying out any bets. And I said, color me up. I'm out of here.
Man.
And the dealers, I kept pressing their bet. And so that group of people that at that table called me YoKev because it was like Yo 11.
That's a
and
good.
Every time they'd say Yo 11, like they were calling for it because they were into it. And they couldn't believe I threw 4 in a row.
That's sweet. That is sweet.
So I always thought Yo Kevin had a kind of a cool, deal with the game of craps.
So your name is not Kevin.
It is Kevin. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It is.
Man,
Kevin
I almost feel
Francis.
bad. Kevin
Kevin
Francis.
Francis.
Kevin Francis. Yeah. What's your last name? O'Malley?
Moylan.
Oh, yeah, that's
Moylan.
right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Moynihan. Okay.
Yeah. Can I
All
tell
right.
you? Can I tell you an Irish joke?
Okay. Go ahead with the Irish joke. Let's hear it.
Irish priest in a church in Ireland says,
Okay.
"Good morning, everyone.
Oh, that's a good Irish accent. Good morning, everyone. Yeah.
I'd like to start today's service with a little different twist. I'd like to ask you all a question. How many of you believe in ghosts?" And about 2/3 of the church's hands go up.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "A second question to you. How many of you have seen a ghost?" And about half the hands stay up.
Mm-hmm.
One more question for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How many of you have had sex with a ghost?
Yeah.
And all the hands go down
Right.
except for one little old craggly man in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And the priest looks out there and says, "Sir, I've got to ask you, you say you've had sex with a ghost?" And the old man says, "Ghost? I thought you said goat."
Oh my God. Yo, Kev. Man, that's a
that was
good
off
one, dude.
color.
That
Off
is
color.
it's off color. Dude, that is hilarious. By the way, 10 out of 10 on delivery. 10 out of 10 on delivery. I was locked into that joke, man. I was gripped. The accent was on point. Fantastic job, dude.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I love the accent, man.
So-
That's a good joke, and it was funny.
So a friend of mine turned 79, which is old. So we
Mhm.
chipped in and bought him a prostitute.
Okay.
We sent her over to his house. She rang the doorbell. He opened the door, and there standing was a beautiful, statuesque, scantily clad woman. And he
Okay.
says, "Who are you and what do you want?"
Mhm.
She says, "I'm here to give you super sex."
Mhm.
He says, "I'll take the soup."
Oh my God. Yep. A nice one. Yep, Kev.
Where's ETG with this laugh track or the
I don't know.
what
He's
do you,
just
you're a
roaming
musician.
around.
What do you call that?
The
It's
snare.
not a but what's the
snare and hi
that
hat? I don't know. It's just a badoom.
boom.
So so YoKev,
Yeah.
ETG is actually printing up rough drafts, like final rough drafts of the book, so I can read them over one last time before they go into print. Chow says, "I agree with you, Chow. Got to have a YoKev comedy hour." I know, man. I agree. Yep, the YoKev comedy hour. So, YoKev, what
Yes.
else craps related? How often are you playing? I told people when you were on break to hit you up to go
Yes.
meet up with you to play. What's just so I get a picture? What's your
Okay.
usual buy-in at a table? And
Okay.
what's your basic standard play on yourself
Okay.
when you're betting?
Okay. Let's put a pin in that and come
Pin
back to pin in that. We'll come back to that. And let me state that I would love for this area, we'll refer to it as Kentuckiana because
Yeah.
it's Kentucky bordering Indiana, bordering Ohio, if you
Yep.
will.
Yeah.
And there are within an hour's drive a lot of casinos.
Yeah.
Within 2 hours, even more.
Yeah.
And in case you don't know, Louisville or Kentucky is the home to bourbon.
Yep.
So if you
We
enjoy
do know that.
bourbon,
Yeah.
we have bourbon tours. There's more distilleries than you can shake a stick at. It's more than we got more bourbon than Carter's got pills.
Yeah.
So there's that. The weather is it's mild. There are 4 seasons, but it's never too hot, never too cold. You get a little snow, you get a little heat. There is horse racing. I would not recommend coming to the Kentucky Derby for craps, that's not the best time of year to come because we have so many people here and it's
Yeah.
not a big city. So it's
Yeah.
the rooms get very expensive and all
Yeah.
that. But if it was on your bucket list
Yeah.
and you want to come to the Kentucky Derby, I've been to 15 of them.
Mm.
I will be happy to assist you and
In
guide you through
getting
the
the mint
process.
julep.
And getting the mint julep. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I did it when I was in sales, so I was taking 40 people to the
Oh,
Derby.
man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Schlepping these people around. Yeah, it wasn't fun for me anymore because it wasn't my friends. I didn't get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I had to,
Yeah. It was work.
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's work.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of, and I say that because I would really love for somebody to go, yo, Huggy Bear says, "Hey man, I know you're a Detroiter. Please, if I get to Detroit, which I do go regularly, my wife's up there right now, I will definitely hook up with Huggy Bear and shoot.
I mean, he's a Michigan State guy.
Yeah, for sure. And he shoots at Windsor or he shoots at. It's
Yeah,
funny
one of those.
one of the I think he called it the old Wonder Bread factory.
Yeah.
When I was in college, I worked right down the street from there at the Hostess Twinkie factory.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if you're traveling through this part of town and you want some, and I've got some of a bit of a hookup with my host is terrible, but I don't ask. And he said that to me about a year into it. He's like, Kev, you never ask for anything. You're like the easiest 7-star guy we have. I'm like, well, I don't really need anything,
Yeah.
So that's that. So back to my game. It's funny. I was thinking about you and your self-imposed jail.
Fantastic. Timeout. Yeah.
And I was in that myself for a couple weeks. So I live close to a casino, and I have the ability to go. I could go every day and still live a normal life and work a full-time job and be home with my wife and all that. But I choose not to do that. But my point is, when I go in a very short. You and I were talking about this.
Yeah.
I'm starting to evolve my craps game as I set a timer on my watch for 40 minutes. And I'm either leaving in 40 minutes or I'm assessing where I am at 40 minutes. And that might seem simple or silly, but it has saved me or refocused me in 40 minutes. I'm like, you know what? Let me look. I'm up $212. That's a good day in hell. I'm out of here.
That's cool.
Yeah. But again, evolving from the standpoint of I'd rather wait and go and build my bankroll and throw and again, everything is relative. If you got 100 million in the bank, going max bet's nothing to you, right? But most of us don't have 100 million in the bank, so we're dealing with limited budgets.
Yeah.
But I at this, not the start of this year, about the start of this quarter, I started a stashing. So building a bankroll, specifically making whatever I'm going to make every session and putting it aside. So don't go to the ATM, don't spend your real money, just use that. And sometimes you get nicked a few times and you don't win.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, just leave, dude. Don't chase it. Right. My thought about the 300 on the 6 and 8. I said, isn't it interesting that we've not all of us, but a lot of us, or some people have at times gone tilted, and instead of doing it out of up money and enjoyment, 300 on the 6 and 8, they did it in full tilt.
Yeah.
Hoping to hit the home run to get out of something. Yeah. Right? Completely different perspective. But I was thinking about that. So, guilty pleasures in a casino. I asked you to think about yours. Mine is playing bubble craps. And it's so funny. And people think it's silly.
That's under my guilty tortures.
Okay.
That's under my guilty tortures is playing bubble craps.
I get it. I've hit the all tall small on it 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
Were you setting?
I was setting. When I touch the bubble, I use a Uri grip, but it's more of a Uri. It's a Uri prostate exam, so
Oh
it's
man.
less
Okay.
skin.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
okay,
All right. You
okay.
yeah.
I know, and I could tell by your reaction you think it's absurd. That's why I never tell anybody I play bubble craps.
No.
But I will leave the craps table to go have a smoke,
But
and
so
I'll
many
go
people
sit
play
over there.
bubble craps. So it's
Yeah,
a thing. It's a
it's a
thing.
thing.
I just,
Yeah.
a lot of people. And I wouldn't blame anyone, especially if they're trying to practice something, as long as they're playing how they would play at the real craps game.
Well, and I think I told you this. I play it because it's it's truly random. It is
Yeah.
as random as they can come, and I do different strategies. I go back to
Yeah.
some of these
Yeah. I just
strategies
don't
that
like,
are like,
yeah. I don't like
but
anything that's random on there.
no, I don't either. But a lot of games are random,
Oh, look at
and what we
Wisco.
got
Wisco.
up
I have
this
a great
late.
bubble crap shirt in the store. Shameless plug. Dude, shout out to Wisco's. Wisco, I need that link. You should put that link in there so I can. Wisco's got a t-shirt line. I think it's Pit Boss approved. You should be. Wisco is kind of close, but he's close. Not really, I guess. He's in. I mean, he's in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's still like how many hours? 7?
Depending, Madison or I mean, it can be 10, 12.
Really?
Yeah, it's at least 8. I
It's
don't know.
at least 8 because
I will never drive it, so I don't care.
yeah. Yeah, it's pitbossapproved.com.
Okay.
Wisco's t-shirt line. It's all craps, pretty much casino craps related. Oh man. Yeah. I wear Wisco. He sent me a shirt. I wear a shirt and a hoodie, and I wear that shirt.
Nice.
It's great. Approved by the Pit Boss.
And the Pit Boss is.
I wonder if I can post a link. I'm going to try posting a link there. Yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, and then so did ETG. Nice. Wisco,
Nice.
glad you're staying up for this.
Yeah. Do you know how many people are still on? Can you tell that fact?
I think well, on this thing it was up there. Now it's at 48. We're into the final stretch, man. This is only for I think there's only so much of 10 ton and YoKev people can take.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, people are maybe waiting for the beer drinking hat that I don't own.
Dude, if only you had that, I would expect you to have like lederhosen with that hat. Okay.
Oh,
so,
for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm half German and half Irish. So,
all
right.
Well, so YoKev, let's, one more topic. What do you got? Huh?
Let's see.
Dude,
I have to.
Tilted Dunk says, YoKev, coffee dice next weekend. Can't wait.
Oh yeah. So there's a hookup, and he met me, I think, because of the hat. He came up to me.
Oh yeah, and he got down to DJs now.
Yeah, and we had a couple of good sessions actually. I think is he getting his first bow lesson this week, or it's coming up? He's pretty pumped, pretty excited.
I think he might have I don't know. I think he might have been here because I get so busy that I can't. Going out and meeting up with people was really the last time was with Wan and T-Bone.
Yeah. That was what, a couple of weeks ago for you.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it. But let's talk about this. So it's funny how craps is a big game with a lot of people at a table.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm hearing from you, and I'm hearing from myself, I like to play it with myself or maybe one or two other people that I know.
Yep.
And that's counter to what the game is or what your experience can be if you go to a Vegas and you're there for 3 days and you have to get in as much time as you can, right? But me, I walk by a table if it's full. I'm not interested in it.
No,
It
no, no.
doesn't-
And YoKev,
Yeah.
Jojo says, YoKev, I have family that live in the Milan Lawrence. I'm going to call it Milan because that's how they pronounce it in Michigan. It's spelled like Milan. Okay.
Mhm, I know.
But Milan, Lawrenceburg
Celine
area.
Milan.
I will touch base on my next visit.
Nice. Yeah, give me a
JoJo
buzz.
she's a killer, man. She is a
Nice.
killer from straight out.
Okay. Beautiful.
And
Excellent.
that's the Hawaiian dilemma, so Chow says.
Huh. So
As far
Milan,
as like
Michigan. How do you know Milan, Michigan?
Because I lived in Ann Arbor, dude.
That's right. Well,
I lived in it
I grew
for
up
13 years.
in Milan and Saline, which is the
That's
the
right
town
there,
next to it.
basically. You know?
No, I worked on a horse farm as a kid there, standardbreds. Because didn't you have some relationship with standardbreds?
No.
Trotters and pacers? No?
No, I used to, one in on the East
Hazel
Coast, I used to
Park
go.
and-
No. I used to go into
Oh,
the
you did on the East
Meadowlands
Coast.
and Freehold Raceway and bet on the what's harness racing. Yeah.
Yeah, my best friend growing up's dad had a trotter pacer farm and stables, and so as a kid I got that. As a Detroit kid, I got that country experience. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. I think the Nuggets we talked about. I like that. Yeah, that's about it, my friend. That's all I can
Okay.
think of.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, YoKev, this was comedy was high on this one. Okay,
Well,
it was my kind of comedy. It was because it was dumb, and I like it like that. And that joke. I mean, listen, I think you've officially told the best joke in the history of the live show, and because you had the best delivery.
accents do help.
Yeah, it was almost a Norm Macdonald-esque in a weird way.
Well, there was a comedian named Kip Adada.
I don't know.
Probably don't remember him. And Kip Adada, back when we were in college, that was a long, long time ago, he said, never announce that you're going to tell a joke.
Oh.
Commit to the joke.
Yeah, you committed.
And the key to telling a joke is allowing white audio space for the facts to be communicated. And you must pause at the cliff before the punchline.
Man.
And when you do, it all comes through. Because if you tell a joke too fast because you know the joke,
man,
then
you just
the person doesn't hear it.
Yeah, you just dissected.
I'll give you an example.
Joke telling. Oh, okay.
My wife came in the other day on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, get upstairs, we're going to have sex. And I said, you got to pick one. I can't do both.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, I love that joke. It's supposed to be about an older man. You remember the older man that they sent the prostitute to? I usually segue that joke a year later.
Yeah.
His what? Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Good, man.
Yeah.
I think I think you know what you do have. You have possibly another career brewing.
Well, I don't know about that. I've done stand up once or twice in my life, and it was
you
terrifying.
have. Okay,
it was fucking terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a little low power. I will tell you that when my father got remarried later in life after my passing of my mother, he was a Christian, whatever, and so we weren't going to go to titty bars and all that. So we roasted him. Roasted him.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Right. And
yes.
My brother Mark, I have 5 brothers and 3 sisters, all alive to this day.
Man.
My brother Mark went and researched Henny Youngman jokes.
Oh man, those are the old school, right? Like
yes, wrote them out on 3x5 cards. And you could not ad lib. You had to take the jokes and go up and do the shtick and then get down.
Was that like, was he the ones like, take my wife, please? Or was that Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah, I went to the doctor. He told me I had to lose weight. I said I wanted a second opinion. He said you're ugly too. So the only the only prerequisite that you had to do, and when you got up there to roast my dad, was I remember me and my five. Okay, girls, you ready to go out? I can hear you whining. What can I say? Tom, he's been like a father to me.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Look at these two. I've got the three little ones. Where's? I hear you, but I don't speak canine. Come here, Coach. Come here. Which one? You speak Spanish? What do you speak? Huh?
Oh, is he a Chihuahua? You asking if he speaks Spanish?
He's a Chiweenie. So he's half Chihuahua and he's half Dachshund.
Oh man, so he's like, yeah.
Oh, I've got one more for you. Ready? Would you like to hear a Nazi knock joke?
Oh, I've heard. I know this.
Just say yes. Don't ever say I've heard it.
Okay. Yes.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
I will be the one asking the questions.
Yeah. That
one other rule I have about jokes.
What?
Never, ever say, I heard that. You know what I liken it to? Well, I say, if Paul McCartney walked in here with his guitar and said, I'd like to play Let It Be for you, don't say, I've already heard it. I'm good.
Oh, man. I don't know. Yeah. I'd say, listen, can we get John Lennon in here to play, Imagine?
What you do is you politely sit and listen, and it's a joke. It's like a piece of art.
Yeah.
It's a piece of music. Someone's going to recreate it for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apologies to the chef for not letting that joke just percolate. But the way to tell that joke is you're supposed to slap them.
I know. We saw that. We watched the same show that the guy did.
Funny. What show was that?
Suits.
That was funny, wasn't it?
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's really hilarious.
I was telling her for like 2 weeks straight. I just didn't like to hit people. I did it once to a coworker, and I didn't like touching his face. It was weird.
No, that's a tough joke to tell with a huge slap, but it's really funny.
Yeah,
I mean that is funny. With the slap, funny. I feel like the slap has to be there. YoKev. Well, it really
get the heavy heavy German accent. I think you can.
Yeah, that's true. If you got the heavy German accent.
Yeah. I will be the one asking.
That's a good one. I will be. Yeah.
Clink. You bumming idiot. Clink.
So, YoKev.
Hogan.
That's a good.
Hogan.
That's a. Man, I think Ed would like that. Yeah.
I am not the funniest Moylan. I have 5 brothers, and it's voted on every year.
Yeah. Oh.
And my brother Dennis is the funniest. And the reason he is the funniest is because he has great chops. He can sing. I cannot sing.
Yeah.
He also can do impressions like nobody's business.
Really?
He can do a whole scene from any famous movie you want to talk about.
Oh, nice.
And he'll do it on command.
On demand.
On
That's
demand.
Good. These days, you need to on demand.
Yeah, on demand. But
so,
okay.
YoKev, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for this. This was absolutely fantastic. Thank you for being so prepared. I'm glad that you were able to use an iPhone and it came out so good. The quality came out. Great job, ETG, on this. Because I'm always worried about people that use their phone. So what year phone is that?
It's a couple of years old, maybe.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
But like I said, we had no success with a relatively new
but that's good to know.
MacBook.
That's good to know from a technical point of view. So people that have an iPhone, you can get on the show and it looks great. It's awesome. Do you have it on like a tripod or something?
I do have a tripod. My son-in-law gave me that this morning when I was up there. Now, I did add a little light
That's
I don't know
good.
if I didn't.
That's
Look at
pro.
this. Look.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. Nice. The old lantern, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of
Bring
my
it out.
emergency lighting. And then I had this over here.
See, that's pro,
Which,
man. That is
well,
pro.
why is that going on? Let's see. It's a motion detector light, but it was
Yeah.
a little too hot, so I lifted my wife's pencil case
Yeah. Nice,
and it
man.
shadowed a little bit just to give a little
Yeah,
light that way.
you're executive producing your own show over there, which is good. And you
Yeah.
should. And you had a nice outline for the show to follow, which I appreciate because you actually made, you kind of it was like there were two hosts and two guests at times. Right?
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yes.
It was good. And
I will
plus the
tell-
fact
I
that I
will-
never really talked to you before.
Well,
I
we
mean, I
have
didn't
talked. You don't
No.
remember, and now I'm broken spiritually
No,
because you don't
dude,
remember.
we only talked very briefly, but we never talked like for more than 5 minutes.
I was timing it because it's in my
You were?
diary, dear
Oh, it
diary.
is? Okay,
Francis
dear diary.
talked to me for
talk to 10
went over
ton.
5 minutes or no, but I will tell everybody
Oh my
else it's
God,
different when you
dude.
talk to 10 ton live because my whole world, my most of my experience with listening to 10 ton is at 1.5 times.
Oh, one and a
Right?
yeah.
On playback,
Yeah.
1.5,
time.
which means you're too fast and Ed is perfect.
Yeah. So Ed has the Alabama slow, and you don't understand why I edit this podcast. I edit the podcast so it is faster by cutting out all the spaces because Ed has a tendency to talk like he's got a lot of pauses. So which is actually good for editing because there's a lot, and I'm just like, so I'm probably really fat. Like I have I cut out a lot of those things so it moves along so you don't have to 2x it.
Right.
Because
I watch a lot of, especially if I go back to a video, like in the early days of learning craps,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't need to hear all this, just 2 time. And I want to see the set. I want to see the landing area. I want to see the action on the whatever.
And by the way, just so you know, YoKev, we are going to, the shows are going to be much more detailed going forward. And I mean, they're going to, Ed and I'm focused and committed to having real, just, craps talk.
And I know there were comments appreciating that. And I really dug that last week's. I mean, I was like, I'll listen to it a second time. If I'm in the car, I'll throw it on and just listen to it.
It's good. But isn't it nice though, that episode, you went and tried it based off of that episode. Right.
So I mean,
and now it's like, once you hear it, you can't unhear it. But once you see it and do it in a casino, you like that feeling of getting like $500 back from 2 hits. When you think back of all the times you've hit so many, a number, I know it's like, oh, finally getting up to, I've got, whoa, should I get my 5 up to, oh my God, it's up at 500, right? Or whatever, after 12 hits or whatever. And here you've just done it in 2 hits and you've taken down 500. You're just setting, and that's, Ed and I are going to get into this a lot, but a real short game. And I play the short game in craps. I gear everything towards that short game. If you're still listening to this, my game is geared towards a short game. And it's counter to what craps everyone is going for, which is the long roll. And I get it, right? But you overlook the fact that you got to make some money, not only breaking even. How do you make money sub 10?
Yes. Yeah. And if you are practicing and you're a controlled shooter and a dice influencer and your SRR, which we'll just use that term, is anywhere from 8 to 14, let's say, you're regularly throwing those hands. And I tend to regularly roll at least early teen, small teens, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully mid-teens or high teens. I am so happy that I can do that my game has gotten to that. Do I,
but YoKev, now that if your SRR is that, and you are consistently rolling in the teens, then I think the next thing would be to look at those rolls and go, either away from the casino or tracking them and going, how could I improve, maximize this on a consistent
Which
basis, the money that you make?
which comes back to knowing, and these guys will say it, be aware what the hand is giving you. In other words, that 17 hand that I threw, my brain is frazzled because I've been up, but that 17 hand had 5 9s and 5 8s in it.
Yeah,
Think about that.
I am thinking
I was
about it.
aware. I was aware because I was aware, and I acted on it, and I made a lot of money from it. Doesn't
Mhm.
matter how much. I made a lot of units from it. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
But I was also, I wasn't hesitant the first time it hit. And when it hit a second time, I wasn't hesitant because in my mind, I've got my money out. I'm up bankroll, and this fucking thing is hitting. Now, if I'd have been timid and waited, right?
Timid Timmy.
17 rolls,
Yeah.
right? And they're like, oh, you didn't hit the all tall small. I'm like, dude, my money is, I got my bands already.
Yeah.
Ed is right. And I love the all tall small. Don't get me wrong. I love getting to it. It's a great adrenaline rush. I love sniping for the numbers.
Yeah.
But at that point, I've regressed so far. And I'll say to people, guys, I'm changing my set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Take
That's
me
cool.
down
That's
to
cool that you
110
do that.
inside. Take me down to 110 inside. I'm changing my set. I'm trying to get that 12 or that 11 or
Nice.
whatever it is.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's just the cream. That's like a hole in one to me in golf. I don't
Mhm.
expect it. If I get one, that's great. I've never had one, but my point
Yeah.
being,
I mean, the ATS comes into play for me. I mean, on all of my, and I've been on a tear. Again, Ed and I talked about it. I've been on a massive winning streak lately. But I've only hit the ATS one time, but I still was able to clear, like my last time at Paris, and not to spoil upcoming shows, but my last time at Paris, I rolled 3 times and made $5,100 on my rolls. Last 2 nights ago at Red Rock, I rolled 3 times, made 3,900, bet on a random, left with 4,400. Some of the most enjoyable times of playing.
yes.
But I definitely have been saving my bets for myself or someone like, let's say, if Bump John didn't even shoot last time at Red Rock. I just shot. We were done. We didn't have to.
See, that is a maturity of a craps player.
Yeah.
I've stepped to a table and caught a lucky roll on a guy or whatever, call it lucky or not, and made so much money. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not even going to shoot. I'm
Hey,
leaving.
yeah, and Craps Master Journey, thanks for sticking around for this long, dude. He made 2 comments though. Play the short roll, hope for the long roll. That's one of my mottos. It's great.
For sure.
It's a basic sort of like operating,
Right.
system. And then he said, you hit the ATS only one time. Yes, only one time. I mean, I've hit some sides randomly, but that means you are becoming a better shooter. I would say I'm becoming a more precise, better along with being a shooter. It goes hand in hand. I mean, that set, it's like clockwork for me on certain tables. That 6-4-3-2 set, it just hits inside numbers. So, I like I said on the podcast, 5, 6, 8, 9, ding, and then I went back and hit them all. Well, that's $2,000 for me right there.
So let's think about this. I'm brainstorming off the top of my head. An ATS is hitting the 10 numbers, and we always know you're setting and you're throwing to hit inside numbers, or because of the odds and the makeup, right? So the 2 and the 12, we'll just take those.
I had those left at Red Rock.
Okay. So if you are throwing the same set and not changing it, right?
Yeah.
For however long, 10, 15, 20 rolls.
Yeah.
And you hit the 2 and the 12 using the same set that you were using to consistently hit the inside numbers.
Sure.
Then in your terms, that's a happy accident.
Yeah, 1,000%. I rely on the happy accident. If I'm using a set for inside numbers and I'm just crushing, which I will, if I'm on and I have been crushing with that, I'm not fucking around with it. especially from stick left one, where I use that set because I don't have a set that I'm confident with to just snipe horns with.
And
So
that's where I would love somebody to step up and say, go into Bone Tracker, throw, 300 throws or 600 rolls or whatever we need, and let's find out what that 2 and the 12. And I keep saying, if we can, if the ATS, is the goal to be better at it, then we got to come up with some way to perfect that. And I know it's
yeah,
hard.
I mean, how that would work for a 6-4-3-2, the opposite on that would be a 4-1-2-3. That would be the set I should kind of go to help mix up some numbers, but I don't. Sometimes I'm more like of that philosophy of let's keep it going. Let's just keep this train moving because I'm still making money. And when I hit it at Paris with that set, they were happy accidents. And I'm fine with that because I'm not there's modes. Whereas if I'm stick right, I will definitely either snipe more of like, I'm going to go, I need the 12. I'm going to go 6-2-2-6, give that a couple try. I'm going to go to a 2-1-1-2, give that a couple try for those. But stick left one, I have a different sort of mentality when I'm shooting there with the ATS versus, and these are more, obviously this is a little more advanced. You've had to play a lot of hands and been in those positions where I'm like, okay, I can snipe here, or I'm going to snipe from stick right one. Stick left one, no, because I'm just usually in a mode of like, let's just keep the gravy train moving.
Totally agree. But do you not agree when you go into snipe mode and you pull it off, what kind of feeling that is?
Yeah, you're like Babe Ruth.
I mean, it's like I can hit the 2. Maybe it's not the 2. Maybe it's the 3 that's been hanging out there and you can't get it.
Yeah.
And we all, for whatever reason, have a set that throw 3s that we just do at this point in your shooting career. And you're like, I got this. And when you throw it, you're like, fuck yes.
Yeah. And thank God I've got witnesses for that. I do. Because a lot of craps, sometimes people can wonder, well, and that's why I can say from stick right one, if I need the 12, I will tell Bump John 6-2-2-6. I'm going for it, dude. And I'll make sure I tell him. Usually I'm going to try it on a point, on a come out, or sometimes I'll just be like, I'm going for it because I don't care. I'm going to go for it right now. I'm changing my set, and he'll mark it down. And when you hit it, and I've hit that immediately 2 times when I set for it, and it is like, it's pretty awesome when you do it, man.
So you gave me that set, and I told you in practice I hit it, the 12, pretty regularly.
Yeah, that's sweet.
But it was more of a kill shot.
Yeah.
It was tight to the wall. And if you think about it, it makes sense because there's not a lot of movement, right?
Yeah.
It's a primary hit.
Yep.
On both of them, I can't have it bouncing and rolling around. And that, I don't know if you ever practice a kill shot or what you think of a kill shot.
No, I like that term, but I never have referred to it as that.
Yeah, so tight to the wall, it doesn't roll out. It literally almost stops.
Yeah, I actually had one of those the other night, and it was a hard 10, and I didn't expect it, actually. It was one of those tosses where it was like, damn, like just immediate stop because I threw it a little too deep.
Yeah, so try that, practice that at home or whatever in your rig, and do it with like maybe the 6s up and the 1s down, or you know what I mean, like a 6-3, 6-2, so that you're like, holy shit, that's
a good idea. Maybe I will
numbers.
actually practice the old kill shot
because they're on access, and you know, I don't know. It's who it is. Advantage Workshop is a big proponent of the kill shot. Will,
I didn't know that. I texted Will today, I talked to Will quite a bit. He's a funny guy, man.
He is a funny guy. He was another influence. I followed a lot of him, and we actually texted back and forth a little bit on or whatever comments and stuff. But
Will's a good guy. Good guy.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot, but he practices it a lot. He's got an interesting delivery. Last thing.
Yeah,
so I've been shooting from the deck,
and
I'm gonna say most people shoot from the deck in this group. I may be wrong, but I think
wow.
we do.
Yeah. I don't.
So just
I
for
do from stick right one. I mean, from stick right, I shoot from the deck, but it's behind me. Yeah.
Okay. So just for giggles, because I was watching Will the other night, kind of catching up on some of his videos, and he's got kind of this big loop-de-loo thing that he doesn't apologize about. He goes, "It's my shot, right?"
Yeah.
But if you see it, it's not a pendulum.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
real, yeah. So I decided to go back to pendulum,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to tell you, again, I'm a golfer. That's like a 2-foot putt to me.
Yeah.
Back straight,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
through
Yeah.
straight. Keep it all right. And that really felt comfortable
Oh,
to me,
yeah.
as opposed to starting from dead stop. Now I've thrown 100,000 times from the deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm wondering if I like the
Well,
pendulum.
listen, man, I think you got to go with what you're, I think, yeah. And I was just going to comment this. Hey, Huggy Bear, by the way, this is another fucking Michigan State Spartan freak I'm talking to right now. All right, but he's like, are you still doing the baby bird from stick left one? The answer is what I learned at the Golden Touch. I actually do, I feel like in theory, I like the baby bird toss, where the Golden Touch toss, where you're hardly, they're just resting in your hand. But I feel so comfortable from stick left one with, it's almost like G-Dub shot. It's very similar to how G-Dub would throw. I'm up off the deck, just barely off the deck.
Okay.
But I really, the reason why I like going to these places that I go to, especially Red Rock, Aria has it, and Paris, is that where I set my starting set point on the felts, the graphics on the felts allow me to line up in the exact same spot. Palms is difficult from stick left one because the felt is pulled out so far.
Okay.
That you can't really line up your dice unless you were like really fucking tall where you could bend over. For me, I'm not, but it's perfect at Red Rock. I can line up usually on the midnight on that. I can line that up to the edge of that. And I shoot right on. There's a great landing zone on that table 252 and that table at Red Rock. And once you have those, you're almost like point to point. I feel like it.
Right.
Then for me, the only thing I'm adjusting is height.
But what I'm hearing you are from the deck, or are you hovering above?
I'm hovering over the deck. I'm from the deck on stick right, because it's behind me and at a same spot, right where the mirror meets the thing. If you ever shoot with me, you'll see that. But yeah, and Craftsmaster Journey says, do what is comfortable but repeatable. Exactly.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Huggy Bear says, I don't like pumps since they changed the felt. I don't like those. Yeah. I mean, I've noticed that too, man. And then Jokers are wild. I agree. Craftsmaster Journey, confidence and comfort. He would have appreciated the French. I think he would appreciate the beret because he's from Quebec.
Quebec. Not Quebec.
Quebec. Yeah.
Do we want to review how to pronounce that city that begins with an L in Kentucky? 2 syllables.
Louisville. I like it, man. That's a strong. That's strong. So, all right. Well, listen, YoKev, it's been a pleasure.
Sir.
We hit the 3-hour mark.
Bingo.
Almost exactly. And I'm gonna go make some dinner. Have fun letting your dogs out.
Yeah, we're going out.
And guess what? I know who let the dogs out.
Boom.
I do know that answer.
Man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
This is a pleasure. You got to come back on for the YoKev Comedy Hour. We'll set that up and in the future. All right, dude. I had a blast, man.
And I don't want to MC the Diaz, but I want to be on the Diaz of the roast of 10 Ton. Maybe it's the book signing or the
Huggy Bear says Louisville.
There you go.
Yeah, Louisville. He spelled it Loville. Nice.
Yeah, Louisville. Yeah. Now here's my thing. I'm not from here, I go, guys, it was founded and discovered by King Louis, not King Lowell.
Oh,
King
nice. It
Louis.
was.
Yeah. King Louis.
Yeah, well, maybe next time you'll have like you can wear like, you'll have some other head adornments, like a crown or some other things. Pull out all the other
crown.
ones for the next show. And
So
then,
I will tell you my next hat that I'm having, I got a guy that does my tchotchkes and stuff, my printing. And I'm getting one made that says tip the dealers.
Oh, nice, man.
And because I have a golf outing coming up that I put on every year, so I have to get so I got a couple extra hats, and I'm going to make them. And
Okay.
it's going to say, it's going to say
They're
tip
going to
the
appreciate
dealers.
that.
They're going to fucking love that. And then it's
Yeah.
going to say all the different terms of like tokes or two-way
Yeah,
or
nice.
anything. And I'm going to wear it. And I keep telling them I'm going to do it. And they're like, dude, because you know what I do during a table? I yell out, tip your dealers. Please tip your dealers.
Yeah,
And
that's nice.
the other dealers look over from the other tables. And my favorite one is, please tip your dealers, even the pretty ones.
Hey, YoKev, X-Man says, thanks, YoKev. Great show, guys. Huggy Bear says, YoKev, come out in October for the CT event. And Craps Master Journey, he needs the Pabst Blue Ribbon knit hat. I'm telling, flashback to the 70s in Wisconsin.
Koofies. Cool cap Koofies right there, buddy.
Oh, man.
That is maize and blue. Actually, you're right. That's black and gold. That's Steelers shit.
Yeah, I know. You got to get the old eyes checked, man. But that is a Steelers Koofy. All right.
That is a Steeler. I didn't even get through all the fedoras, Iowa. Bro.
Man, will you save them for the next show, YoKev?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's kind of a, okay.
I'm expecting the 10-gallon hat. That would be amazing. All right.
If I can get it at the gas station, that's my rule. I only wear a cowboy hat from the gas station.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, man. And then Chow says, great show, guys. A hooey ho.
A hooey ho.
Yeah, I love that term. A hooey ho.
Now my older dog is mean mugging me. Like, are you really? Okay, boys, come on. Let's go. All right, take care. Be safe. Thank you.
All right, later, man.
All right, you're gonna sign me out, or I just
you're out of here. Later, YoKev.
Okay.
That was a great show with YoKev. Fantastic. I'd like to thank him very much, and I'm gonna get ETG in to set up the ETG to take us on home with the camera that fell down. That camera in the back. Yeah. So ETG, you will notice if anyone's still here, he is wearing the one of a kind, one of 100 red casino tier shirts. There's only going to be 100 of these made. Okay. That is only 100. So if you see someone with a red casino tier shirt, you're going to know that they got the collector's gift thing that's going to be coming out. So thanks everyone for sticking around. I didn't know it was going to be a comedy show, but it turned into one. That dude is funny. Here we go. I'm going to add this thing. Nice view in Vegas. ETG. Well, how hot was it today? 110? Something like that. A little windy. And there's some lights that you're going to see in the live shot in Vegas. We'll turn that down, and yeah, here we go. Vegas is looking nice. It's actually been great going out at night. I will let ETG take us on home. It'd be great if we had outro music. He'll put it on. He'll put it on. I like it when he does that. He's a great producer for the show. He is awesome. All right, thanks, guys. The next show. I don't know who's on the next show. Oh, I think it might be Big AZ, maybe. I think it might be Big AZ is the next show in 2 weeks, and that'll be fun. Look at this at Dark Crown. I don't know, winter weather in Vegas. It is very nice. We'll talk soon, and thanks a lot for everyone supporting the show.
Yeah, yes, please.
Mi scusi, like and subscribe, Paisan. Slap that like button's ass.
Like and subscribe.